Get the starting lineups. Thank you, Andrew. And for the Tennessee Vols, their superstar freshman, Nate Ament, will be at the 4 spot. He is 6'10", freshman from Manassas, Virginia, who averages 15 points a game and coming off a 23-point game in the double overtime win here against Texas A&M on Tuesday. Felix Akpara in the middle, 6'11", 243-pound senior from Nigeria. Started his career at Ohio State. This is his second season with the Volunteers. In the backcourt, Bishop Boswell, 6'4", sophomore from Charlotte, averages 6 per game. Akpara averages 7. Boswell's 6'4", 203. Jalen Carey starts on the front line, 6'8", 267-pound junior, transferred in from Vandy, averages 9 per game. And at the point, Jacoby Gillespie, the senior point guard from Greenville, Tennessee, started out at Belmont, then Maryland, and now has matriculated to Tennessee. He is the leading scorer for the Vols at 18 points per game. For Kentucky, the same 5 that started in Baton Rouge in the win at LSU on Wednesday night. At the point, it will be Denzel Aberdeen, the Florida transfer, 6'5" senior from Orlando, averaging 12 per game. He will be joined by Oweh in the Kentucky backcourt. The 6'4" junior from Newark is Kentucky's leading scorer at 16 a game. In the middle, the hero from Baton Rouge, Malachi Moreno, 7', 250-pound freshman from Great Crossing High School in Georgetown, Kentucky, up to 9 points a game now. At the 4 spot, Andrea Jelavic, 6'11", sophomore from Croatia, averaging 6 per game, making his second straight start. And Cam Williams at the 3 spot, 6'8", sophomore from Lafayette, Louisiana, averaging 7 per game. After that cold start to the season, he's up to 35% on his 3-point shots. And Goose, the 3-point line's a spot where Kentucky could maybe gain an advantage. Tennessee's averaged just under 6 threes per game in its 4 SEC contests. Kentucky's made 23 out of its last, let me find the number here, 26 of its last 63. That's 41% over the last 3 games.
Yeah, and, Tennessee starts some bigs in there, so Kentucky might be able to take advantage of them and use their quickness to not just take advantage of them at the 3-point line, but also get to the basket some. So, that's going to be interesting.
Tennessee is a team that's really physical, and Mark was talking in the pregame, or it was the postgame Wednesday night. Sometimes guys don't run hard enough off the screens. You were talking about looking for somebody to set a good hard screen. Part of it is to the guy that sets up the screen and comes off of it, and you really have to do that and focus on that against the Vols.
Yeah, they'll try to make you feel them, make you aware that they're there, and when you make your cuts, and when you try to post up, you're going to get an elbow, a forearm to the chest, whatever. Kentucky has to dish some of that back. So, again, it's going to be a physical challenge for Kentucky, and you have to match their physical play. You have to match it with your own physical play and put it on the officials to clean it up if it gets too far.
Don Daly heads up the crew today, working with Owen Short and Vladimir Voyard-Tedal as the 3 officials. Kentucky is in the road blue, white numerals and letters, and the 2 white stripes down the left side and the block white UK logo on the right side. For the Vols, the home white with the orange numerals and letters, the familiar front with Tennessee across the top of the numbers and Volunteers in block letters under the bottom. From our vantage point, on the same side as the team benches, Kentucky will be going left to right, but if you're synced up and following along on TV, it'll be just the opposite direction. And you can always sync us up by going to ukathletics.com/sync and follow along with the radio broadcast as you watch the Cats and the Vols go at it. We're just about ready to get it underway here in Knoxville, where the Cats have won their last 3 trips. 5 of the last 6. Tap control by Kentucky. And Aberdeen's got it, and he'll be picked up by Gillespie in the Tennessee man-to-man. Aberdeen works it to his left. One-hand pass to the wing to Cam Williams. Well out beyond the 3-point line. Slides left, gets an open look, comes up short, and a rebound to the Vols. Ament clears it. Gillespie jogs it up into front court. He's picked up by Oweh. guarding the Tennessee leading scorer. Comes left side to Boswell. Boswell holding the ball at his waist. Now he dribbles all the way out front. Goes right off the screen from Akpara. Throws it left side to Gillespie. Drives around to Oweh. Weaves his way through the lane. Bounces it out deep on the right side to Boswell. He gives it right back to Gillespie. Shot clock's down to 6 seconds. Jelavic has Gillespie on a switch. Gillespie steps back. Long three. Hit it.
Wow. That was way out.
Tennessee is on the board first. He had to be 2-3 steps beyond this three-point line on the left wing near us. Moreno feeds it on a backdoor cut to Oweh. His pass to the left corner is deflected and knocked away and stolen by Tennessee. Gillespie racing the other way. Goes for the rim. Flips it up. No good, but he got fouled by Aberdeen. Good cut by Ortega to get the pass from Moreno, but he couldn't get an open path to the basket when he tried to kick it out to the corner. Got deflected up into the air.
Yeah, that's still one that I would rather see him take. I mean, he's in the air flying towards the basket. Put the pressure on the official to blow the whistle there. I mean, you can't fault a guy for trying to get what he thinks is a better shot. But good opportunity for Ortega to take that one.
Gillespie hits the first one. Projected second-round pick in the NBA draft. Size is the thing that works most against him, just 6'1". Second one is no good. Rebounds tapped up into the air and into the hands of Cam Williams of Kentucky. It's 4-0 Tennessee as Oweh brings it up the right side. He's picked up by Gillespie. Holds the ball high above his head across to Cam Williams. Dribbles left, gives it to Aberdeen. Aberdeen to Moreno in the middle of the floor. Moreno dribbles over to the left side. Hands it to Williams. Can't turn the corner. Throws it out front to Jelavic. Gives it to Oweh. Oweh feeds it back to Jelavic. Down low, puts it in. Off the pick and roll.
Nice little screen and roll there. Good take to the basket by Jelavic.
4-2 the Vols. Gillespie gets into the lane at the other end. Cut off by Oweh. Throws it out to Boswell straight away. Moves right. Bounces it into Carey. Carey working against Moreno. Leans into it. Puts it up. Missed it with the left hand. Battle for the rebound. Won by Carey off to Akpara. He missed the shot. Rebounded by Jelavic in traffic. Tough, strong rebound.
Nice. He needs some of that.
Aberdeen up into front court. Gives it to the trailer Jelavic, who drives it down the right side. He's one for the basket. Flips it up. Missed it. Got to go stronger.
Yes.
Tennessee running the other way. Pass ahead to Amen in the left corner. Cut off by Aberdeen on a baseline drive. Changes direction. Comes into the paint. And Aberdeen picks up his second foul just over 2 minutes into the game.
See, and that's the kind of foul I'm talking about when you talk about guarding legal. You cannot afford to put both hands on. I mean, if he beats you in that situation, he beats you. But you don't want to pick up those cheap fouls.
So Aberdeen will come to the bench with 2 fouls and 17:52 to play. And Jasper Johnson, the freshman, is going to get thrown right into the fire here at Tennessee.
Feel really good about Jasper right here.
Amen throws it into Carey, who clears it out front to Gillespie, deep on the left side. He'll go to work against Johnson. Johnson gets picked off. Gillespie goes down the lane, pass to the left corner. Boswell's three, good. He's only taken 21 on the season, but he's made 13. 7-2 Tennessee. Oweh, right corner, hooks it diagonally across to Jelavic, gives it to Williams. Williams drives to the baseline, throws it out front to Johnson. Straight away, deep three, good.
I felt good. I just feel good about Jasper today.
7-5, Tennessee's lead cut down to a deuce. Gillespie comes up into front court, takes it down the left side of the lane, cut off, spins, throws it out to Carey straight away. He hands it to Boswell. Boswell moves over to the right side, now comes back left with a pass to Amen. Open three off the wing, missed it badly. And the rebound off the foot of Akpara and out of bounds. When he tried to swat down on the ball, it ricocheted off his foot and out of bounds to Kentucky. 7-5 Tennessee.
Yeah, and the reason I felt good about in this situation about Jasper coming in is because now Jasper, he doesn't have to look over his shoulder. He knows he's going to get these minutes because the guy who plays in front of him is in foul trouble. So now he can relax and get into the flow of the game. Good situation for him.
That is a great point. Here comes Jasper Johnson, the freshman who led Woodford County to the Sweet 16's Final Four. He was a sophomore. Bounce pass to Moreno, left to the lane. Hands it off to Johnson, down to the left corner. Feeds it back to Moreno and a reach-in foul. Those two have a nice little chemistry.
They have from the beginning of the season, Tom.
Foul is on Ament. First foul of the game on Tennessee. Just a pretty pick and roll there.
Yeah.
Tennessee trapping hard on the guards, so Kentucky's been able to hit Jelavic on the roll for a layup, and Moreno on the roll leads to a foul. 2 shots here.
For Moreno, a lot of learning
Free throw short.
Situations, he picked up a trick on the jump, because if you think back to the last game, he got quick jumped.
Yes.
To begin the game. This time he quick jumped. So, you pick up tricks of the trade, man.
Second shot, in and out, no good. Rebound to the Vols. Empty trip for the Cats. Gillespie jogs it up into front court, slides over to the right side. Takes it down the sideline to the corner. Looks to feed it down low. He hits Carey. Carey's inside of Moreno, and he puts it up and in.
That's where they're really good. That little duck in for the open shot.
9-5 Tennessee. Johnson splits the trap, gets it to Moreno at the left elbow, across to Jelavic for a three. Good off the right wing.
That's what him in the starting lineup, that's what he gives you.
Tennessee's lead cut to 1 at 9-8. Gillespie out deep on the right side, guarded by Oweh. Across to Evans, who's checked in for the Vols. Evans back to Gillespie. Gillespie takes it down the right sideline into a double team, throws it out to Carey, back to Gillespie.
He'll shoot that.
A deep three. He'll let it fly. Good.
He'll shoot that. You can't stand back and watch.
He's shot one from each side from about the same distance, which is maybe 3 steps beyond the three-point line. Cross-court pass from Jelavic is deflected into backcourt, where Jelavic runs it down. Nearly a steal for Tennessee. 12-8 the Vols in front. Johnson double teamed out deep on the left side, gets it to Moreno. Cross-court pass to the right side to Williams. He drives baseline, throws it to Jelavic. Back to Williams. Quick three off the right wing. Rims out. No good. Rebounded by Carey of Tennessee. 12-8 Vols. They've got the ball. Boswell drives it into front court, passes to the right side to Carey, goes down the lane, flips up a left-hand leaner that won't go, and the rebound taken off by the Vols, put back up and in by Carey. He is alone at 267.
Boy, he just clears you out, man.
14-8 Tennessee. Oweh out deep on the right side. Kentucky will take a timeout. With 15:02 to play here in this opening half, it'll be a full timeout. Tennessee with the lead, 14-8. And this is the UK Sports Network. Subscribe to the Behind Kentucky Basketball Podcast. It's presented by UK Federal Credit Union. It is available for free on Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, and the official UK Athletics app. Tennessee's made 5 of its first 10, including 3 three-pointers. A team that, as we told you, only made 23 through its first 4 SEC games. Already has 3. Kentucky's made 2 out of 4 on threes and 3 of 6 overall. Jalen Carey has 2 buckets for the Vols down low, and his dad was an offensive lineman on Miami's last national championship team in 2001. The Canes play in Indiana for the title coming up on Monday night, and Jalen Carey looks like he'd be right at home in an offensive line, Goose.
Absolutely.
6'8", 267.
He throws that big body around, and he gets away with some of that upper body where he pushes his arms into the player, the defensive player, to clear out space. But the thing you can't do is give them second opportunities. They have 3 offensive rebounds, 3 of their 7. Kentucky has a total of 3 rebounds, all of them on the defensive end. So going to have to do a better job of limiting those second chance opportunities.
Tennessee's number 1 in the nation in offensive rebound percentage, getting back 44% of their misses. And Brandon Garrison's checked into the game at the 5 spot for Kentucky. Comes in to Oweh over on the right side. Gives it back to Johnson in the middle of the floor. Jasper Johnson starts to his right, loses the ball, and Tennessee's got it. Gillespie coming the other way. Gets into the lane. Lost the ball himself, but gathers it back in. Dribbles over to the right side. Gillespie out near the midcourt line now. Guarded by Johnson. Skips down the right side. Looking to feed it in low. And does. And a foul as Cam Williams got caught behind another big man for the Vols. Dwayne Brown, a 6'8", 251-pound freshman. That's a tough matchup for Cam at 205.
Yes, it is. And Cam did the best he could do, and that is to put him on the free throw line, 63% free throw shooter.
Jasper Johnson got a little shaky with the ball down there.
Yeah.
Free throw no good off the back iron.
He just kind of went one direction, slipped a little bit, so lost control of it, and Tennessee picked it up. So that foul by Cam Williams saves at least 1 point.
Colin Chandler in, Williams out. Free throw bounces in for Brown to get 1 out of 2. 15-8, Tennessee. 14:30 to play in this first half. Oweh, left baseline on the drive. He's cut off. Brings it back out front. He dribbled it on the sideline. Another turnover for Kentucky.
Well, I thought he got hit.
That's 3 turnovers for the Wildcats.
I think it was Brown who made a swipe at it and hit his body.
Tennessee on the attack. Anderson out deep, is in the game now, throws it over to Evans to get it down on the wing to Gillespie. Comes into the lane, ball stripped away, but it's tapped out for an open 3 that's good by Evans. Just his 5th one of the season, but that's 4 in the first half for the Vols. Tennessee moves out to a 10-point lead at 18-8. Jelavic left of the lane, coming into the paint, bumping, pivots to the baseline, then goes back and shoots a jump hook that's no good. He was trying to back Brown down, but couldn't move the big fella, so he had to shoot a fall-away hook shot. Here's Brown down the lane, lays it up and in. He was the trailer, nobody picked him up. 20-8, Tennessee.
Some kind of miscommunication there.
11-0 run for the Vols. 13:30 to play. Kentucky starting point guard Denzel Aberdeen on the bench with 2 quick fouls. Colin Chandler left wing gets an open 3, missed it. Rebounded by Evans.
Tough shot just coming off the bench, but he was open.
Gillespie's got it out deep on the left side in front court. Comes off the screen, they double him. They get it down low to Estrella. Across to Henderson, his 3, no good. Rebound tipped by Chandler into the hands of Garrison. Throws it up into front court to Johnson. Stop and pop 3, good.
Take advantage of these minutes, young man. It'll help you to earn more.
Jasper Johnson with a confident shot. Nobody else down there in front court with him, but he pulled up and buried the 3 off the left wing. 20-11, Tennessee. Estrella out top, hands it off to Evans. Evans passes left side to Henderson. Bounce feed into Estrella, working against Jelavic. Comes into the lane, fall away, hook shot, good.
There's that quick duck in that I'm talking about with Tennessee's bigs.
They're hurting Kentucky with that, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Garrison at the top of the offense. Hand off on the right side to Oweh. Oweh hasn't gotten a shot up yet. Across to Jelavic. Deep left corner, Chandler. Deep 3, good. Colin Chandler deep in that far corner. It's Kentucky's 4th 3-point basket. 22-14, Tennessee. Gillespie gets free down the lane. Shot blocked from behind and out of bounds by Oweh. And 2 substitutions for Kentucky. Dioubate and Trent Noah check in. Jelavic and Oweh come out.
Boy, a small team in there.
Yeah, Johnson, Chandler,
right
Noah, Dioubate, and Garrison. Tennessee gets Akpara and Carey back in, so they go extra big.
Yeah, they go extra big.
Ament back in. So that's 6'10", Ament, 6'11", Akpara, and 6'8", 267, Carey.
Be real surprised.
Pass comes into Akpara, double teamed in the right corner. Moves it out to Boswell to Carey straight away. Hands it back to Boswell. Boswell curls into the paint, goes to the lane. Shots blocked by Chandler, and Kentucky's got it. Dioubate drives it up into front court. Gives it to Johnson in the middle of the floor. Left side, Chandler. Back to Johnson. Johnson floats over to his right, changes direction, goes back to his left hand, gets open down the lane with a floater. Good! That's 8 for Jasper Johnson.
Hey, just have to feel good for him.
11:45 left first half. Carey out top for Tennessee. Gives it off to Abram. Back it comes left side to Boswell. Boswell feeds it down low to Carey on the pick and roll. Double team down in the paint on the left block. Drops it off to Akpara, and his shots blocked from behind, but a foul called against Kentucky. Tennessee had 2 big men buried in deep that time, and it's going to get us to immediate timeout. The foul is against Dioubate. That's his first and Kentucky's 4th. So timeout on the floor. Tennessee leads Kentucky 22-16 on the UK Sports Network. Back in Knoxville, where Tennessee has a 22-16 lead over the Wildcats. 11:30 left to play here in the opening half. Watch BBN Game Day, presented by CHI St. Joseph Health all season long. Show airs on Saturday mornings at 9 on WLEX in Lexington. Check UKathletics.com/UK Sports Network for TV affiliates and times in your area. If you're outside the state, you can watch at UKathletics.com/videos or on the Kentucky Wildcats Facebook page. Tennessee, 8 of 16, 4 of 6 at the three-point line, and they have not committed a turnover, and they're averaging 16 of those a game in SEC play, so Kentucky's not been able to rattle the Vols with the Kentucky defense just yet.
Well, and you would like to see that area change for Kentucky, not just because it prevents Tennessee from scoring, but a lot of times those turnovers lead to open opportunities on the other end of the floor for Kentucky. So, yeah, they certainly need to pick up a little defensive pressure right now. Another thing interesting is that Tennessee has been kind of catch and shoot from the behind the three-point line. So they haven't been forced to put the ball on the floor, which normally leads them into turnovers. So Kentucky has to get out there, obviously, and take away some of those three-point opportunities.
Same five on the floor for Kentucky. That's Garrison, Dioubate, Chandler, Noah, and Johnson. Jasper Johnson's given them 8 big points in relief of Denzel Aberdeen, who picked up 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes and 8 seconds. So Kentucky's without one of its best defenders, with Aberdeen having to sit.
Yeah, and just like with Jasper,
free throw bounces in.
Boy, that was
Akbar.
really high.
Yeah.
For Trent Noah, an opportunity here for him to play himself into some more minutes.
Second shot, in and out, rebounded by Chandler. He shoots a high-arcing shot like Colin does from the three-point line. Jasper Johnson has it on the point for Kentucky. Comes over to his right, spins, and gives it to Chandler. He'll shoot a deep three. It's good, but there's a whistle and a foul.
That could be a 4-point play. The basket counts for Colin Chandler. The foul's on Tennessee.
Dioubate set the screen, and Abram ran through it.
So the basket should count.
It does. 3-point basket.
And they're going to look at this play to see if there was any extra curricular activity going on with the Tennessee player on that screen, trying to fight over the screen.
Foul on Abram is his first and the team's second. Talked about in the pregame how Kentucky's been an improved shooting team of late from the three-point line. And we're seeing that again here today as they've made 5 of their first 8. They are playing a little differently without Jalen Lowe, and they've got Jelavic out there starting at the 4, so the court's spread a little more, using the big man more away from the basket. And it is perhaps one of the things that has caused the offense to click in terms of the three-point line.
Yeah, a couple of things working right here. Number one, Tom, you go from 3 weeks ago, nobody could make a shot, to where you are now. Everybody seems to be a threat, at the least, from the three-point line all of a sudden. So that forces defenses to play you differently. And then on the offensive end of the floor,
they're saying the foul's before the shot. They're taking the basket off.
That's interesting. But then on offense, Kentucky's doing something a little bit different here. They are, instead of the 5-4 out that they normally run, they have condensed everything a little bit. And that seems to be working better now. And they're getting more three-point opportunities out of that.
So change the score back to 23-16, Tennessee. That's something you see very often, or the review to take a basket off.
Especially with the way they're playing this continuation.
Yes. Johnson gets it to Noah out on the right wing. Noah bounces it back to Johnson. 8 on the shot clock. Johnson walks it to the middle. Diagonal pass to Chandler in the left corner. Feeds it down to Garrison. Garrison out to Dioubate. Has to hurry and shoot a 3, and it misses everything, and it's a shot clock violation. Garrison wasn't aware of the shot clock running down, and Dioubate was, so he just had to throw up whatever he could when the ball came back to him.
Mo was saying to Garrison, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. And Garrison didn't know, but of course that's a player's responsibility, mainly to know what the shot clock situation is. But Garrison had the defense on his back. Good opportunity to make a move there.
So he goes out, and Moreno's back in at the 5 spot. They get it to Oweh on the left baseline, working against Noah. Can't get the shot off, so he throws it back out to Gillespie. Gillespie out deep on the left side. Comes into the middle, reverses it to Oweh. Oweh dumps it down low, and it's juggled, but gathered in and dumped in by Akbar.
But that's a man-sized move there. Man-sized move.
First field goal for Akbar. The lead's 9. for Tennessee at 25-16. But those duck-ins by the 4s and 5s of Tennessee, guys who are 6'8" to 6'11", and here's a foul out front against Tennessee on Gillespie. Trying to reach in and knock the ball away. Picks up his first and the team's third. Kentucky's struggling to defend that low post game of Tennessee right now.
Well, they just try to and do a good job of, I shouldn't even say try. They intimidate you down there when you're that big and strong and go to the basket as they do.
Chandler gets it into Johnson. Johnson in the middle of the floor. 10-15 to play in the first half. Feeds Dioubate on the pick and roll. Drives down the lane and puts it in with his right hand. He got challenged on the left side, so he switched it smartly to his right hand to put it in.
Simple play. Take what the defense gives you.
25-18 Tennessee. Gillespie out deep on the right side. Plays it out front to Ament, guarded by Noah. Ament pulling the ball down on his knees. Dribbles to his right, now comes back into the middle of the floor. Passes over on his right to Gillespie. Shot clock at 9 seconds. Gillespie comes into the lane. Pull up 10-footer good.
Sweet shot.
Yeah, he's really good off the bounce. It's 9 for Gillespie. 27-18 Tennessee. Chandler trapped down to the right corner. Has the ball taken away by Ament. Another Kentucky turnover. Then Chandler takes it back away. Knocked it away from behind.
Take a shot.
Noah picks it up. Noah feeds Moreno. Coming down the lane. A reach-in foul on Boswell of Tennessee. His first, team fourth. Heads-up play there by Chandler, and then Noah to grab the loose ball. Here comes Oweh back into the Kentucky lineup. Chandler will come out.
Well, I just wanted Trent to let that thing fly. Give himself an opportunity to get on the board. And sometimes you have to be risky. You have to take a risk.
Kentucky on the right baseline. Trent Noah floats a pass out high. Dioubate gets knocked down. It's got to be a foul. Tennessee knocks it away, comes up with the ball. Over to Gillespie, right side, 3, no good, and a foul on Kentucky. How is that not a foul? Wow. Got to go up. He's going up to get the ball. It's pass interference if it's in football.
Well, the thing is, officials usually award the more physical and aggressive team.
Here comes Jelavic up off the Kentucky bench. And the foul was Kentucky's 5th. We're going to get Aberdeen back into the game with the 2 fouls and Cam Williams as well. Moreno got called for that foul. That's his first one. So you got Moreno, Oweh, Aberdeen, Jelavic, and Williams, the starting 5 back out on the floor for Kentucky. 27-18 Tennessee. Bring it into Gillespie. Backs out to the midcourt circle. Slides over to his right. Feeds it on the pick and roll to Carey. It's blocked at the rim by Moreno, who saves it into Oweh. What a play. Oweh down the left side.
Oweh needs a shot also, Tom.
Oweh trapped out front over to Aberdeen. Right at the circle. Aberdeen is holding the ball. Now he puts it on the deck. Backs out. Goes to work off the bounce. Over to Oweh. Steps into an open 3. It's no good. And it's rebounded by Ament of Tennessee.
Tough shot there.
Ament racing up the left side for the ball. Angles to his right. To the lane. Stripped away by Williams, but they're going to call him for the reach-in foul. And on Cam Williams, that is his 2nd and the team's 6th. 8:42 left first half. It's 27-18 Tennessee leading. The Vols get 26% of their points on free throws. It's number 1 in SEC play.
Yep.
Overall, they're just 15th efficiency and offensive efficiency in league play. It's good by Ament for his first point. Estrella and Brown come in. Carey and Okpara will go out.
Yeah, but, getting to the free throw line corrects a lot of those efficiency issues because you come down, you don't run your stuff, but you still get to the free throw line, so works in your favor.
Hits 2. Pushes the lead back into double digits at 29-18. Kentucky with the ball. Aberdeen bounces it to Moreno. Left in the circle to Jelavic straight away. Jelavic holding the ball high above his head. Hands it off to Cam Williams. Right side Aberdeen. Aberdeen backs out deep on the right side. Shot clock at 10 seconds. Aberdeen bounces it to Moreno. Moreno dribbles right, gives it to Oweh. Oweh curls into the paint. Goes down the lane and gets fouled. That's what he's got to do, right?
Yeah, but you got to remember, Tom, how that works. If no one else is making shots and Kentucky has gotten into a little bit of a stale mode on the offensive end, he's been working against at least 2 every time he's caught the ball, and sometimes 3.
2 shots for Oweh. It's good. It was 5 team fouls on Tennessee. It was against Boswell. It's his second. First point of the game for Ortega, who's averaged 18.5 since the Gonzaga loss on December the 5th, and shooting 43% on threes during that stretch, and this is his 50th free throw attempt during that time, and he makes them both.
Yeah, second half of that LSU game was a perfect example of what Kentucky's offense looks like when other guys are making shots, and Oweh gets to work one-on-one.
29-20 Tennessee. Balls with the ball. Brown, top of the circle. Hands it off to Gillespie. Gillespie to the left elbow, reverses it to Brown at the high post. Feeds down low to Estrella. Want to work against Moreno, puts it in. Moreno did a good job of holding position, but Estrella just leaned back and banked it in. 31-20 Tennessee. Moreno, right side. Goes it out front to Jelavic. Jelavic trying to hand it to Oweh. Gillespie won't let them do that. Comes right side to Aberdeen. Dribbles left. Gives it right side to Williams. Williams moves in. Loses the ball. Picks it up. And
double dribble.
Can be called for double dribble.
Yeah, should have shot it.
Yes. He went to try to drive. Kind of lost control of the ball. And they gathered it in and tried to resume his drive. Turnover for Kentucky. That's 7 of them to just 1 for Tennessee. And there's a timeout on the floor with 7:34 left in the first half. The Vols lead it 31-20 over Kentucky on the UK Sports Network. We talk Kentucky basketball Monday nights on the Mark Pope Radio Show. It's presented by UK Healthcare, followed by BB Radio, presented by Clark's Pump and Shop. Make sure you're with us Monday night, 6 Eastern, on these UK Sports Network stations. Kentucky trailing 31-20 here in this first half. 7:34 left to play. Wildcats have been a little reckless with the basketball, and they've not been a team that has been a high turnover team of late, Goose, but they have 7 of them already. And Tennessee has scored 7 points off those. Vols, who have had issues with turnovers, have only turned it over once, so no points there for Kentucky. Tennessee +8 in the paint, 14-6, and that's a problem for the Cats.
Yeah, a lot of problem areas right there. One thing I do like is the energy level for Kentucky. They are playing hard. So and I think if you continue to play that way, good things will start to happen for you. That's for sure. But one really good thing, and Kentucky's shooting the ball well. They are 7 of 14. But Tennessee has 21 field goal attempts. They've made 11 of them. So where have they gotten those extra shots? Offensive rebound, they have 5, and then Kentucky turnovers, as you mentioned.
Tennessee's number 1 in SEC play with 10 steals a game, and they're halfway there already today. Comes into Gillespie, and they'll leave him to work it up against Aberdeen. The same 5, the group that started out there for Kentucky. Tennessee gets it to Brown at the right elbow. Dribbles once, hands it to Ament. Ament right of the circle. Gives it to Gillespie, off a screen, open 3. Good. Man, he is dialed in today. That's his
really
third 3. Wow. 12 points.
He's shooting it, obviously, very well.
Tennessee's largest lead at 34-20. Jelavic out front, hands it off to Cam Williams. Williams dribbles once, gives it back to Jelavic on the roll. He hands it to Williams. Just a 2-man game on the right side right now. They swing it left side to Oweh. Moreno comes out, takes the pass, hands it to Aberdeen. Aberdeen gets into the paint, pump fake, feeds it underneath to Moreno. His shot's blocked. He taps it out of bounds, and it's going to be Tennessee ball. Good defense. Didn't see who blocked it for Tennessee. Maybe Ament, but Moreno got it in deep, but couldn't score it. And here comes Dioubate in for Kentucky, and Jelavic will come out. 34-20 Tennessee in front, and the Vols have the basketball.
Foul.
And a foul in back.
Foul. And it sends them into the bonus.
Trying to deny the inbounds pass to Gillespie, and Oweh picks up his first foul, and it'll be 1-1. Just Kobe Gillespie.
Just kind of grabbed him. Not sure what he was thinking right there.
Gillespie has been in control of this game from the start from the Tennessee perspective. He's at the line where he's made 1 of 2, shoots 87%. Hits it.
I mean, Gillespie has made some far-out shots, but I don't think he's going to let it go down at the other baseline, bringing the ball in bounds. So don't give him a gift, man, of sending him to the free throw line.
The lead's 15 for Tennessee. Bonus shot, also good. 16-point lead, 36-20 for the Volunteers. That's 14 the 36, scored by Jacoby Gillespie. Aberdeen brings it across the line. Gillespie moving right with it. Bounce pass goes left side to Williams. Williams back to Aberdeen. Chris Moreno out to set the screen. Aberdeen takes it, drives down the lane, goes in deep, flips up a shot, and gets fouled. And he will go to the rim. The foul is against Barnes, or against Brown. Wayne Brown.
Good thing about that trip to the basket for Aberdeen is he knew he was going to get fouled. And he didn't back away, and he didn't try to dress the shot up. He just took it up aggressively and forced the body contact. So that's the way you play against teams that are very physical, as Tennessee is right now.
Correction on the foul. It was against Estrella. That's his first, team sixth. So it's 2 shots here for Aberdeen, and then Kentucky will be in the bonus for the remaining 6:32 of the first half. Aberdeen scoreless so far. Had to go to the bench early with 2 fouls just over 2 minutes into the game. Hits it. He's an 82% free throw shooter. Has scored 16 and 17 in his last 2 games. Cam Williams out. Chandler in for Kentucky. And it's good.
Now, Kentucky has gone small except for Moreno. And what that does is it takes some of those big bruisers out of the lineup for Tennessee.
36-22, Kentucky down by 14. Tennessee with the ball. Gillespie skips into front court. Passes right side to Brown. Now beyond the three-point line, but he's not a three-point threat. Gets it back to Gillespie. It's knocked out of bounds by Dioubate. Tennessee ball over on the far side with 16 to shoot. Evans is back into the Tennessee lineup.
And Brown is back in there, that 6'8", 250-pound freshman.
Tennessee's big and also thick. Gillespie out front. Passes right side to Ament. Feed down low. Knocked away by Moreno. Picked up by Dioubate. A steal for Kentucky. Dioubate drives it up into front court. Throws it right side to Oweh. Jab step and then shoots a 3-ball. And it's way short. And it's saved in by Tennessee. Gillespie leads the break, but Kentucky's back. Gillespie driving right of the lane, cut off by Chandler. Throws it out to Ament. Ament beyond the three-point line. Overhead pass to Evans between the circles straight away. 5:48 to play in the half. Evans backs out, now gives it to Gillespie in the midcourt circle. Gillespie slides right, feeds Brown on the pick and roll, dumps it coming down the lane.
Boy, let him get that close before you think about picking him up. It's not going to be good for you.
38-22, Tennessee. Oweh, straight away between the circles. Drives it to his right, puts it between his legs. Crossover dribble, he's cut off, can't get by his man. Throws it to Moreno, gets it back. Oweh, right wing, double team. Pass is deflected and stolen by Tennessee. Tried to throw it over the 6'11" Estrella. Gillespie out deep on the left side for Tennessee. Comes off the pick, gets in the middle, back to Brown on that pick and roll. Pass to the right corner to Ament. They move it quickly out to Evans for a 3. Missed it badly. Moreno clears the rebound. Outlet to Oweh. Kentucky in transition. Up to Chandler. Left corner. 3-ball. No good, and it bounces over the backboard and hits the shot clock as Moreno will come out and Garrison comes back in for Kentucky. 38-22 Tennessee with 4:54 to play in the half. Jasper Johnson's going to come back in for Kentucky, and Oweh will come out. Ortega's a little frustrated right now, I think.
Yeah, I think so, because he's not getting the shot attempts that he wants, neither the drive to the basket or the number of shots he is used to getting. And you have to credit Tennessee's defense with that, because, boy, they are playing him off the dribble very well.
Kentucky, are they going to zone?
Yes.
High post, Ament turns, faces, shoots, and misses from 15. It's rebounded by Chandler. I think they were a little confused, but I think they were trying to get into a 2-3 zone. Aberdeen down the lane, flips it up and in. Oh, they're going to call the foul out of the left elbow. Everybody's getting that call that he just, on the move he just made, driving it to the basket and putting it in after the contact.
Boy, he had picked the dribble up.
It's foul on Tennessee. It's their 7th. It's 2 baskets Kentucky's lost.
I know you can't. I know you can't challenge that, but he said at the elbow where the foul, and he never did dribble the elbow. He was below the elbow when he started dribbling.
Foul was on Gillespie. It's his 2nd. So he'll go out of the game. Henderson in for Tennessee. 2 shots for Denzel Aberdeen. First shot, good. Aberdeen's 3 for 3 at the line. Goose, you're looking at me puzzled. I can't give you any answer.
I watched the replay.
I've watched basketball from the start of the season. Everybody's getting that call.
I watched the replay, and he never did even dribble the ball out by the elbow where they said the foul was committed.
Free throw good.
But that was the call.
38-24, Tennessee with the lead in the ball. Oweh drives it down the left sideline into front court. Chandler picking him up. And Oweh takes it all the way back out front. Oweh dribbles to the middle. Tennessee looks a little perplexed right now. They get in the middle of the zone. It comes left side to Abram for a three. It's no good. Long rebound to Oweh at the high post. Gives it to Henderson. Bounce feed into Carey. Carey backing down against Dioubate. Spins and loses the ball out of bounds. And they say touch last by Kentucky.
Good job by Garrison. Boy, he just dug in and said, you're not pushing me out of the way. That's what he needs to do more of.
13 on the shot clock as Tennessee plays it in on the right baseline. Oweh floats a pass to Carey in the right corner. Carey dribbles once, throws it out to Henderson. Henderson standing and dribbling. Drives to the high post. Floats a pass over to Abram on the left side. 2 seconds to shoot it. Lets it fly way off the mark. Shot clock violation. Don't think it hit the rim. Kentucky's ball.
That was a break. Possession. That was a break because I don't know if Kentucky touched that ball before it went out of bounds.
Timeout on the floor. 3:51 to play in the half. Cats have the ball. When we come back, they're down 14 at Tennessee. The Vols 38, the Cats 24. The UK Sports Network. The new Watch BBN Tonight, presented by UK Healthcare all season long. The show airs weeknights at 7:30 on WLEX in Lexington. If you're outside Lexington, you can watch at bbntonight.com. 3:51 left in the first half. It's Kentucky's ball after a shot clock violation on Tennessee. 38-24. The Wildcats are trailing the Volunteers, ranked 24th in the country. Kentucky has switched to a matchup zone that has perplexed Tennessee a bit, and they've got their starting point guard Gillespie on the bench with 2 fouls now. At the other end, Goose, the Cats have cooled off. They've missed their last 4 shots. They're down to 41%, and they're not getting any of the misses.
Yeah, and it's a little bit surprising because, Tennessee's a very good defensive rebounding team, so I get part of it. But because Tennessee is not like Alabama where they have 2 point guards, a point guard on either side, and they get into transition and they really buzz the ball down the floor where you have to get back. Tennessee is more of a controlled fast break team because they're so big and they feel they can bully people in the paint to get the shots they want. So it should give Kentucky an opportunity or two to hang around there just a little bit longer to see if you could get an offensive rebound and a putback. But to this point, that has not happened for Kentucky.
Kentucky's last 6 points have come at the free throw line. The Cats are currently on a stretch of almost 6.5 minutes without making a basket. Tennessee's 11th in the country, according to KenPom.com, in defensive efficiency, and the effective field goal percentage, when you factor in the value of the three-point shot, is 10th best in the nation. Opponents hitting just 46% against the Volunteers. Kentucky right now is 41% from the field, 4 of 11 after a hot start at that three-point line. It's Garrison, Aberdeen, Johnson, Chandler, and Dioubate on the floor for Kentucky.
And this is a big possession here, Tom, for the Cats, because you come out of a huddle here and you know they have a play that you need to run and execute. So it's going to be important for Kentucky here to come down and get themselves a basket.
Tennessee's picking up in backcourt.
What did they change?
There's some kind of discussion here with the...
I thought there was a shot clock violation.
I thought so, too. So I heard the buzzer go off.
Loose when the shot clock expires. So now it's an AP throw-in possession favoring Tennessee.
Okay, so it was a possession. The ball did touch the rim, and I thought it did, frankly. The ball touched the rim and deflected out of bounds. So there is no violation, and it was Tennessee's possession on the shot clock.
Because the shot clock did expire. Pass comes in, and a foul committed by Tennessee as Chandler knocked it up into the air, swatted it up out of the hands of Carey, and then leaped up to get the ball, and Carey fouled him. So Kentucky ends up with the ball anyway.
Nice hands. And, boy, that was a really smart play by Colin Chandler because he was matched up against one of those big dudes out there, man. And you know he was eyeing the basket already.
The shot clock did expire on that shot, but they ruled that it had touched the rim.
Yes.
So Chandler's at the line for 1 and a bonus.
And the possession arrow was in favor of the Vols.
Free throw in and out, no good.
Boy, got to get those.
79% shooter at the line, but Chandler missed the front end. 38-24 Tennessee. 3:42 to play. Abram out deep on the left side. Kentucky in that 2-3 zone. Amen out deep on the right side, just directing traffic as he stands. Gets it to Carey in the middle of the zone. He bulls his way down the lane and then throws it out to Abram for a quick three that's good.
Boy, that was just a good job by Tennessee drawing that defense back to the paint.
Abram made 66 threes at Louisiana Tech last year. That one extends the Vols' lead back to 17 at 41-24. Aberdeen straight away. Goes right, now moves back to his left, steps back, 3 ball, no good, and it's tapped around in the lane and lost out of bounds.
There you go, Mo Dioubate.
Out of bounds off Tennessee. Dioubate was in there fighting for the ball, and it led to it getting knocked loose and rolling off the hand of Akpara. So a break because of Diabate's hustle that goes Kentucky's way.
Exactly. As I say, Tennessee is not a real beat road runner type fast break team. So you can hang back in there and get some more possessions. That probably is a team offensive rebounds.
Aberdeen left baseline, plays it into Dioubate, who throws it out front to Jasper Johnson. Johnson feeds Garrison at the left elbow. He hands it to Aberdeen. Aberdeen straight away. Goes down the left side of the lane. Pivots. Throws it across court to Chandler, the right corner. 8 on the shot clock. Chandler down to the right baseline. Works his way underneath. Hits Aberdeen or Johnson cutting through to the basket. Benny picks it up and puts it in. He lost the ball but found the handle and shot a fall-away jumper off the left baseline. That's 10 for Jasper Johnson.
That was a tough pass to handle, but Jasper found a way to come up with it.
He knows where the basket is when he finds the ball.
Yes, he does.
It's 10 for Johnson. Big points for a Kentucky team that has struggled to score in this first half. Tennessee gets it in low to Carey, misses the shot, gets it back, puts it up, missed another one, and Johnson goes in and clears the rebound. Throws it up into the front court on the left side to Aberdeen. Diagonal pass right side to Chandler. Quick three, good off the right wing.
Yes.
Started with a big defensive rebound by Jasper Johnson. And now we got a timeout taken by Tennessee.
Yeah, great job, Jasper, on both ends of the floor. Did a great job defensively in a one-on-one situation that the Vols to this point in this game have scored on just about every time. Not every time, but he played the baseline, would not let Tennessee get to the basket, and just a couple of heads-up plays.
Tennessee had pushed it out to 17. If you get this thing down around 9 or 10 by halftime would be really nice.
Yeah, the goal here would be to get it under double digit somewhere, or even if you're at 10, you can even live with that.
Since February 15th of 2022, which is the last time Tennessee on its home floor was able to beat Kentucky, the Vols have only lost 5 games here in almost 4 years. 3 of the 5 to Kentucky, which is going for 4 in a row in this building today. And the last time a Kentucky team won 4 straight at Tennessee was 20 years ago.
But the thing, Tom, that you don't want here is to give up a 3-point shot. I mean, even if you give up a 2, that's okay. But a 3 kind of a little bit of a dagger here.
That's picking up in backcourt, trying to make Tennessee use up some time. The switch to the zone has helped.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Anderson out deep on the right side. Comes into the top, launches a quick 3. It's no good off the back of the rim. It's tapped. Johnson chases it down, saves it into Dioubate. Throws it up into front court to Chandler. Chandler will slow it down. Hands it to the trailer, Johnson. Johnson comes into the lane. Angles off to the right. Floater good for Jasper Johnson.
Jasper. Great job.
41-31. Tennessee's lead down to 10. Minute and a half to play. Amen, right side. Overhead pass out to Abram. Now Kentucky's gone back man-to-man. Oweh's there's an offensive foul on Brown, who threw a right shoulder into Oweh. And you can see his head just whiplash.
Oh, he did, man.
Brown, his first.
And I like Oweh's reaction. It's like he's walking back like nothing happened, but he's saying to himself, Man, that hurt.
It rattles your teeth.
Yeah.
Johnson walks it into front court. Cats have cut it to 10, and they've got the ball. Chandler left side, back to Johnson. Johnson comes into the middle of the floor. Keeps his dribble, goes left and right, shoots a deep three, rims out, no good. Dioubate tips it, battles for it, down on the court, and a tie-up, and it's going to be Tennessee's ball. They're going to say Dioubate was on the end line when he was scrapping for the loose ball.
You know, the great thing about Mo, and you know, I know he's not happy about losing his starting spot, but his role is the same whether he starts or not. He wants to get in there and fight and be the defender and be the muscle man. And that's what he's doing right now.
1:05 to play in the half. Tennessee against Kentucky's full court pressure. They just turned it over. Abram, simple cross-court pass, threw it wide of his target. Yeah. And an easy one for Kentucky. Berg was the intended target. He just checked in. They've struggled without Gillespie. Is out with his 2 fouls, their point guard. And now Abram will go out and Evans will come back in.
Well, you know, this press is really not designed to force turnovers.
Just to annoy
It's designed to slow them down and use a little time off the clock. So that's a blessing right there.
Chandler, right wing, can't get free for a 3-point shot, so he throws it out front to Garrison. Garrison hands it to Oweh, slides to his left, works his way inside the arc, cut off, cross-court pass to Dioubate, 4 seconds. Dioubate on the drive, angles left, loses the ball, and gets knocked down, and they call it out of bounds off Dioubate.
Well, a lot of contact.
Yeah.
I don't know who initiated it. Maybe the officials thought Dioubate initiated it, but...
Well, they usually give you the advantage as the offensive guy if contact gains an advantage to the defense. And if you knock the offensive guy down, that is a bit of an advantage.
Yes, it is. Missed opportunities there for Kentucky, though.
Amen. Brings it across the line. Drives it to the top of the key and then pulls it out and hands it to Berg. 30 seconds to play in the half. Kentucky's headed to 10. Just a couple of opportunities to get closer. They feed it down on the right block to Amen. Working against Oweh. 9 on the shot clock. He turns, shoots, missed everything, and they bail him out.
With the foul on the rebound.
With a foul?
No, they bailed him out. Said Oweh got him.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So you can knock Dioubate down at one end, but you can't do much but breathe on Amen at the other. So Amen will go to the line to get 2 shots. That's the Oweh's second foul.
Yeah, I'm going to leave him in here for this last 19.
Amen 2 for 2 at the line today. He's a 75% free throw shooter. First round NBA draft prospect. Free throw is good.
Plenty of time on the clock for the Magic. I'll see if Mark uses a little timeout here to make sure everybody's on the same page. Although he's had time to talk to him at the free throw line.
Amen misses the second one. It's tapped around, controlled by Brown, and he throws it out to Berg. And Tennessee will have the last possession of the first half, perhaps. 12 seconds to play. Big offensive rebound for the Volunteers there. 7 seconds. Berg off the middle screen. Goes down the right side of the lane. Throws it out to Evans. Slides left. Shoots a 3-ball. It's no good. And the buzzer sounds. And the first half comes to an end in Knoxville with Tennessee leading by 11. They had pushed it to as many as 17. But Kentucky chips away and gets it down to 11 at the half. It's 42-21. The Vols lead the Wildcats at halftime on the UK Sports Network. Start of the second half here in Knoxville, where Tennessee holds a 42-31 lead over Kentucky. The Wildcats missed a golden opportunity in the last 3 or 4 minutes of that first half when Tennessee missed 7 of their final 8 shots. And with Gillespie on the bench, their offense was struggling, but Kentucky couldn't take full advantage.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because it would be a whole bunch better, obviously, if this is a 6 or 7 point game as opposed to the 11-point game that it is right now. But at least Kentucky showed some defensive spark and showed a little life on offense. They got back in this game, cut it to 11 now. That's more manageable, and just have to come out and execute here.
Oweh on a streak of 4 consecutive games with 20 or more, 6 times in the last 8 games. He was 0 for 2 in the first half, had 2 free throws. So Tennessee did a really nice job on him, defending him in the half court, frustrating him really, and he's got to find a way to get his game going.
Yeah. I mean, 2 shots tells the story, but you know, Oweh will find a way. But I mean, I first look at the defense, and the Tennessee defense has been excellent in that matchup. And as soon as he gets below the free throw line, they are coming with the second player to force him to give the ball up.
Tennessee held him to an average of 13 in the 3 games last season. Kentucky won both of the regular season meetings. The Vols were convincing winner of the NCAA tournament matchup in the Sweet 16 up in Indy. Coach Pope, last guy he was talking to coming out of the huddle was Oweh, just kind of tapping him on the hip, giving him some encouragement. If you get Otega going, you get back into this.
Well, he needs to get it going himself because he's been getting steals and creating opportunities for himself. They certainly need that from him now.
Starters in there for Kentucky and an early foul on
Jelavic.
He was committing the foul trying to defend against Cam Williams off the Jelavic pick.
Yep, good job. He pushed Jelavic into the offensive player.
Second foul on him, first of the half on Tennessee. And Cam Williams will play it in just next to Coach Pope here on the near sideline. Bounce pass to Moreno. He hands it to Aberdeen. Down in the left corner, goes baseline. Diagonal pass to the right wing to Oweh. Open threes, no good. And a foul on Tennessee in the battle for the rebound down low. It goes against Akpara. That is his first and the team's second. Otega's been shooting over 40% on catch and shoot threes. What didn't you like about that?
Because it was a perfect time for a pump fake.
And drive.
And either a drive or either a step back for the 3. I mean, perfect opportunity.
Aberdeen on the inbounds pass. Kentucky turns it over. It came out front as Williams tried to lob it over Jelavic, and he threw it too high, and Aberdeen tried to rescue it, but he was on the sideline when he was trying to save it in.
Well, I know every team in the country uses that play. Hold somebody off and give them a target and throw the ball to that target. But, man, that is, to me, a very difficult way to run an out-of-bounds play.
Comes right side to Boswell, back to Gillespie. Oweh digs in against him. Gillespie 14 in that first half. Goes left, back to his right hand. Goes down the lane, backs out to the corner with an 18-footer. Good.
Well, he's a different kind of point guard for Tennessee.
44-31 Vols. 16 for Jacoby Gillespie. Oweh's got it left side, drives in with a floater, won't go, but he got fouled by Carey of Tennessee, who knocked Oweh down. It'll put Otega on the line for 2 shots. So 3 early fouls already on Tennessee, and we're not even a minute into the second half. Tells me keep attacking that basket and get them into foul trouble.
Well, what happens here is Rick Barnes is complaining, and they're going to look at that to see if there's a foul. I mean, Rick Barnes is complaining about that, and they're also saying that Oweh kicked his leg out and forced the contact that way. But, man, I'm just not 100% sure how you change that. There was certainly contact.
Have to see if we get a replay. Oweh's coming in off the bounce on the left side and puts up a floater.
And maybe they're saying Oweh on that replay.
Oweh is, when he's fighting to get open, he puts his arm up around the shoulder and kind of hooks a Tennessee player.
And was it Boswell who was there?
It was Boswell. But Boswell takes it like he was picked off by a sniper. His head flies back. And they rule the contact incidental. It's exactly what it was. Because Otega's, he may be committing a foul with the hook, but that goes on 100 times in a game. And then when that happens and Boswell realizes it, he just throws his head back like he was hit from behind in a car accident.
But as I mentioned with Oweh, he has to create opportunities for himself, just as he did that time.
Boswell's still selling his case. It's like, look, man, you did your best acting job, but you didn't get it.
we'll see how effective the argument from Rick Barnes and Boswell
Free throw short, no good.
is on the other end of the floor.
Yeah.
When we see how quickly the whistle comes. If it comes very quick, then yeah, it worked.
Oweh, one more shot. No good. Missed them both.
Wow.
It's twice today. Kentucky's had a player go to the line and miss two. Tennessee's got the ball up 13, 44-31. Open three, right side. Gillespie, no good. Moreno taps it up, but he can't control it. Tennessee comes out with it. Carry, and then he loses it into back court, but Boswell comes up with it. They ruled that there was nobody that ever had possession, I guess, of the ball when it got knocked into back court. Gillespie feeds Carey on the pick and roll. Leans in. It's blocked by Moreno, who comes out with the ball and throws it up to Aberdeen. Aberdeen drives it into front court, left side. To Williams straight away. Back to Aberdeen.
Throw it in.
Moreno posting up against Gillespie. Wants the ball. They got to get it to him. Here's Jelavic straight away. Jelavic trying to feed Moreno. Now Aberdeen. Just throw it up to Moreno. Aberdeen into the paint. Muscles up a shot and draws a foul on Okpara. Aberdeen's got a 6'1" guy on him. You got to get him the ball. Foul on Okpara is his second, team fourth.
But they had a lot of opportunities. Moreno had the Boswell posted up and should have had the basketball, but they just could not get it to him.
Well, Aberdeen did a good job of selling his player because he could get two shots out of this.
Yes.
He was going up, but I mean, he was looking to the right. I think he was passing the ball, but they're going to. We wouldn't even look at the basket, but he's going to get to go to the line for two. Break for Kentucky. Free throw's good. He's made 5 out of 5 today. Brown coming in, carry out. Dioubate in, Jelavic out for Kentucky. First point of the second half for the Wildcats, and Aberdeen with a chance to add one more. Rolling around, no good. Moreno battling for it, and they're going to call.
I don't mind that.
They're going for a foul.
I don't mind that. He's working. He's working hard.
Carey, or Brown, rather, trying to get the ball. First foul of the half on Kentucky. Second on Moreno.
Interesting.
But that's 3 missed free throws out of 4 opportunities.
Interesting little tidbit for rebounding in the first half. Tennessee had 8 offensive rebounds to 1 for Kentucky, but both teams had just 2 points off of those, so that helped out a lot.
Kentucky picked up in backcourt. Tennessee handles it. Boswell out deep to get Gillespie off the ball, and here's a ball knocked away on the left side.
There you go.
And it's out of bounds off Gillespie to Kentucky. Oweh shot that passing lane he's been doing successfully of late, and it forces a turnover.
Yeah, that's my point. He has to start making things happen for himself, because in the half-court game, Tennessee's just not letting him get open.
Boswell out, Evans in for the Vols. Oweh's really good at reading those plays to the side, left or right, and shooting the passing lane. Aberdeen off a pick, a 3. Good.
Nice.
Straight away. Denzel Aberdeen got hot in the second half on Wednesday night. His first field goal of the game makes it 44-35 Tennessee.
And one of the first real screens I've seen out of Kentucky offense right there with Mo. He set a really good screen to free him up.
Gillespie's got it in backcourt. Brings it across the line. Throws it ahead to Amen, and he scores over Moreno. They threw it over the press that time. Amen with the dunk off the left baseline. He's got 5 points. Aberdeen, top of the circle. Step back 3. Good. 2 in a row.
Yeah, he's got to stay aggressive. Keep pursuing.
46-38 at the other end. Amen leans into Moreno and gets the foul call down on the right baseline. That's 3 on Moreno.
Kentucky slow to get back on defense. Really slow the last 2 times to get set.
Amen will go to the line. 2 shots. He made 3 out of 4 in the first half. Number 2 ranked high school player by 1 service coming out of high school. 3rd top 5 recruit ever for Tennessee. Tobias Harris was 1. Allen Houston was the other. They must have not been ranking him when Bernard King was recruiting.
No, I guess not. Ernie Grunfeld either, for that matter.
At the line, Ament rattles it in. Either that or was very poor rankings.
Oh, we had a lot of good, really good players back in those days.
47-38 Tennessee. One more shot for Oweh. Moreno comes out with the 2 quick fouls in the half.
Those two didn't make the rankings.
Oweh's second one is good. He has 7 points.
I like his game. He's going to make a good pro. Long and quick.
48-38 Tennessee. Aberdeen's made 2 threes to start the second half. Gets into the lane, dribbles all the way down to the baseline, and throws it out to Oweh. Quick pass to Dioubate at the high post. Dioubate dribbles once, throws it over to Garrison. Garrison dribbles to the right side, tried to hand it to Williams, couldn't. Needs somebody to throw it to. Aberdeen's got it. Aberdeen goes by his man, gets in deep, dumps it off for a layup. It's no good by Dioubate, and it's taken off by Akpara for Tennessee. I think Garrison got a tap at it.
Got to cash that in.
And it was right at point-blank range. A good feed from Aberdeen. But Dioubate unable to finish it. 48-38 Tennessee. A little over 3 minutes gone in the second half. Gillespie guarded out front now by the taller Williams. Gillespie weaves his way through the lane. Cut off. Drops in a pass that goes out of bounds off a volunteer player. I think he was trying to get it to Akpara. He couldn't find the handle and loses it out of bounds. Kentucky's ball in Tennessee. Now with 7 turnovers. We said they have been turnover prone of late, but most of the first half they didn't have many. See if Kentucky can take advantage. Aberdeen comes into front court, takes it down the left side, drops it back to Garrison on the roll. They can't get to the basket, gives it back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen, over to Dioubate on the right side. He hands it to Williams, 12 to shoot. Williams back to Aberdeen, turns down the 3, gets into the lane, throws it over to Williams. 7 seconds to shoot it. Williams dribbling around, trying to find a shot, drives in deep, reverse layup, good.
Very creative play that time by Williams.
48-40, Tennessee's lead down to 8. Gillespie comes into front court, passes right side to Evans. Evans walks out front with the dribble, tracked by Aberdeen. Evans works in the side to the circle, spins and throws it out deep on the right side to Gillespie. Gillespie guarded by Oweh. Crossover dribble, double team. Throws out of it to Evans. Shot clock at 8 seconds. They get it back to Gillespie. Gillespie dribbles left, now spins and throws it back to the right side. 2 seconds to shoot it. Hurried shot is no good by Brown and rebounded by Garrison.
Great defense. Very nice defense that time for Kentucky.
Kentucky forced a bad outside shooter to have to take the shot before the shot clock was about to expire. Well done, and the defense got the defensive rebound. Aberdeen on the point. Aberdeen working against Brown.
Take him.
Couple crossovers. Steps back. Slides left. Drives around Brown. Gets in deep with 8 seconds. Pivots, throws it out to Dioubate at 6. Dioubate at 4. Dioubate driving right. Spins left. Floater. Slotted away. Goaltending.
Goaltending. Now this forces a timeout maybe by that Tennessee. Well, we have the mandatory timeout coming up.
Give the bucket to Dioubate. His second one of the day. Gets us to the media timeout with 15-12 to play. Kentucky's cut the lead to 6. It's Tennessee 48, Kentucky 42 on the UK's. Our key scholarship, key play of the game. And at 41-24, Tennessee had its biggest lead of the first half with about 3.5 minutes to play. Kentucky had a loose ball. Looked like it could be another turnover, and Tennessee could be back in business. But Jasper Johnston found the loose ball down on the left baseline, hit a fall-away jumper. That keyed a 7-1 run to end the half. Kentucky's outscored Tennessee 11-6 to start the second half. And what was a 17-point lead is now down to 6 at 48-42. Since 1999, $578 million in scholarships and grants funded by lottery proceeds have been used at UK. The Kentucky Lottery is truly fueling imagination and funding education. Kentucky's up to 47% shooting for the day now. They've outscored Tennessee by 1 at the three-point line, 7-6. And the Cats had 7 turnovers with about 8 minutes to play in the first half. They've only committed 2 since then.
Yeah, and you just know Kentucky has to continue to protect the basketball. I also like what Kentucky's doing on the defensive end. They've picked it up on that end as well, and shots are a little bit harder to come by for Tennessee. Now, early in this game, and for most of the first half, Tennessee had those duck ends for their bigs. I don't think they have tried that one time in this second half. Be interesting here to see if Tennessee goes back to trying to get those big guys baskets in the paint or if they still continue to shoot it from the outside.
You would think Dioubate might really struggle against the length, size that Tennessee has, as Mo's listed at 6'7". That's probably generous. But his physicality has helped him hold his own in there.
Well, he's listed at 6'7", but his heart is 7'2". Okay? So he just gets in there and he muscles and he takes the contact, but he's good at delivering it also.
Kentucky picking up in backcourt. Berg has it. Throws it across the line to Brown. And he gives it right side to Boswell, and Tennessee's beat the press. 5 minutes into the second half. Has to cut the 17-point lead down to 6 as Berg just stands and dribbles out deep on the left side. Takes it down the sideline, all the way to the baseline. Pivots, throws it out to Brown, gives it to Boswell. 5 seconds to shoot it. They get it to Brown. Down the lane, flips it up and in. They let that get in too deep.
Well, I knew they were going to go back to that painted area, because that's one part of this game they have been pretty good.
50-42 Tennessee. Dioubate, right of the lane, on the drive, kicks to the corner, 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by Dioubate. Oweh with the miss. They throw it out front. Oweh rescues it out near the timeline. Nice offensive rebound by Dioubate. Let's see if Kentucky can take advantage. Oweh gets into the lane, off the bounce, to the rim, flips up a wild shot that comes up empty. Didn't hit anything. Tennessee's got it coming the other way.
Just struggling a little bit in this one.
Boswell in the left corner, looking to feed it into the post on that duck end. They couldn't get it to Estrella. Good defense by Garrison. Heyman out deep on the right side. Two-hand pass to Berg on the wing. Shot clock at 15 to Estrella. Throws it into the low post. It's batted away by Garrison and ricochets out of bounds into the Tennessee bench. Ball's ball, 11 to shoot.
Really good recognition by Brandon Garrison to step back and help Oweh out, who got caught, Dioubate, who got caught with one of the big guys.
Tennessee's ball on the side. Boswell will play it in front of his teammates. Throws it out to Berg. Shot clock at 9. Berg down the left side of the lane. Goes up into the air and throws it away. Cardinal sin as a basketball player, go up into the air, not know what you're going to do.
Well, you go up, if you're going up in the air, you're going up for one reason only, and that's to shoot it.
He goes out, and Gillespie back in. And here comes Jasper Johnson into the game for Kentucky. Had a big first half when Aberdeen picked up 2 early fouls. Oweh will go out. Ortega just struggling today. Just 2 points on 2 free throws. And see if Johnson can give him a little spark offensively. Oweh 0 for 5 from the field today. Aberdeen up into front court. Double teamed out front. Keeps his dribble though. Throws it left side to Williams. Bounce pass to Dioubate at the top of the key. Dioubate dribbling to his right. Now pivots back to his left. Drives down the lane. Flips it up. Won't go. Tapped in. And they're going to say basket interference on Brandon Garrison.
Well, Garrison
off the basket.
And again, I just can't fault that for Garrison going up there for it, because you need him to be as active as he can be. They're going to look at it.
They're going to take a look at this.
And it might have been 2 hands in there.
Here's the replay up on the screen. Ooh, I think he might have been okay. In real time, I thought the ball was still in the cylinder. As I look at that angle on the first replay angle I saw,
might have been
the ball had come out.
Yeah, might have been off of the rim.
It'd be a huge break for Kentucky to get
I'd like
to 2
to see
there.
that again. They play it up on the big scoreboard.
I don't think they will show it again, because
I don't
think
so.
it looks potentially favorable to Kentucky.
I totally agree.
It's a media timeout as well, so we'll take the break with 13. Oh, no, it's not a media timeout.
Well, they called it a media timeout. It shouldn't be.
Are they going to go to a full break? Sure
Tom, I think you might be right, man.
Yeah, I think in real time, I thought he had kind of stuffed it back in before it came out. And I'm not sure, maybe even the Tennessee player actually knocked it back into the basket. But it was off the rim. Tennessee player got a tap at it, and then Garrison tips it.
That counts.
It
that should be 2.
Yeah, it's outside the cylinder.
It is full, but it might be too late to go to the break.
Yeah, we're going to keep this here because it was not a called timeout, but it's going to be the extended timeout as they take a look at this. So for our stations along the line, we may have to make one up for you. We'll see. Didn't want to leave the action here and risk missing something. But Kentucky's playing much better defensively, Goose, in this half than they did.
They really are. They really are. And
crashing the glass harder, too.
And they're just figuring out a way to get to that offensive glass. That's probably, according to what I'm seeing and how aggressively now Kentucky's trying to get offensive rebounds, must have been something that was discussed at halftime. Kentucky had just one offensive rebound, which technically was a team rebound because the ball bounced out of bounds off of Tennessee on the shot. So now they have 4.
Estrella was the Tennessee player inside of Garrison, and he had his hand up there around the rim too. And one of them knocked it back into the basket. I think it started with Estrella hitting it, and then Garrison got a hand on it as well. But the bottom line is, every angle we've seen looked like it was outside the cylinder.
Yes, so that's the bottom line. And if Estrella, if he hit it in, or if Garrison gets hit it in, the basket still goes to Garrison because he was there fighting.
Well, I'd like to see that the one angle again. It could have even been basket interference on Estrella when the ball's sitting there on the rim, and Estrella's very close to it. But I think it had actually come off when he first touched it, and then Garrison was battling and I think more or less guided it back into the basket. It was almost off the side of his hand as much as off the fingertips, but. I'm going to be surprised if this is not a basket because that thing was really outside the cylinder.
I will be really, really surprised too.
But we wait. And while we do that, the previous home, I think actually has a winning record against Tennessee in this building, but they were 7-17 in the previous home of the Vols, the Stokely Athletic Center, where your teams played, Goose.
Yep.
You and Kyle Macy, who's here today, working national radio, were part of the 78 national championship team that won at Stokely and then won in the NCAA tournament later that season. And this is the 40th season of Kentucky's 40th anniversary, the last time Kentucky won in Stokely in 1986. The 62-60, Kenny Walker had 32 points.
Kenny Walker had a lot of games.
Basket's good. I've seen that signal already. So Garrison gets credit for his first bucket of the day, and that cuts the lead down to 6 at 50-44.
After video review, the coach's challenge is successful. 10 for Blue, touches the ball off the rim and tips it to the basket. Successful, made basket. It'll be White's ball, Tennessee out of bounds.
Somebody on the staff gets a little bonus for picking that up.
Well, they have a laptop right behind the bench, and that's the reason it's there.
Because in real time, I thought it was basket interference.
Keep track of those kind of plays and get the word to the coaching staff as quickly as you possibly can. So you're right. Good call.
So 50-44 Tennessee, 13:30 to play. The Vols ball, full court pressure by Kentucky. Gillespie working to get 3. Cam Williams won't let that happen, so they get it into Amen, and now they'll put it in the hands of Gillespie. Gillespie jogs it up the left side of the floor. Williams at 6'8", guarding him now. They get it to Brown. Brown straight away, holding the ball high above his head. Now drops it down to his waist, gives it to Gillespie. Quick threes in the air. It's good.
Oh, man.
Cam Williams was late getting to him with his hands down.
Well, and he went behind that screen.
Can't do that.
Nope, not with that guy.
53-44, huge hoop. Jasper Johnson feeds Dioubate on the roll. He goes for the bucket and gets hammered by Estrella. 2 shots coming for Dioubate on Estrella. That is his second. That's now 5 on Tennessee.
You know, Tom, one question I get asked often is, who are all the coaches, all those guys who are on the bench along with the regular coaching staff? Well, that's one answer, that last play. One guy is assigned to do just what happened there, which gave Kentucky
free throw good.
Gave Kentucky a basket. So every guy over there has a responsibility. And, the staff is big, but that's the reason why.
Williams out, Chandler in. Dioubate, one more shot to cut it to 7. 12:58 to play. 65% shooter, knocks down 2.
Good job, Mo.
6 points for Dioubate. And Gillespie comes across the line for Tennessee. 2-hand pass to the left corner is intercepted by Aberdeen. Aberdeen leads the break. Shuffle pass behind him to Dioubate. Lays it up and he missed it. Gets his own rebound. Dribbles once, moves left and banks it in.
He just works hard.
He was on the right side of the basket after the first miss, and he grabbed it and slid over to the left to get an angle to bank it in. Gillespie down the right side of the lane, gets in deep, cut off by Garrison, throws it out to Boswell. Contested threes, no good. Dioubate up to claim the rebound, but they're going to call a foul against Kentucky.
Garrison holding.
Brandon Garrison picks up the foul. Third of the half against Kentucky with 12:28 to play. Kentucky had cut it down to 5.
And Mo had that rebound, man.
Yes. Tennessee's ball on the right baseline. Carey, Ament, Akpara all check back in for Tennessee. Garrison out, Moreno
Great
back
job. Brendan Garrison, though, great job, Tom. I thought his energy was as much as I've seen the last 3 games.
Comes into Carey. Carey throws it diagonally out front to Boswell, to Ament. Drives on Dioubate down to the baseline. Dioubate recovers, cuts him off. Pass comes back out to Boswell. 8 on the shot clock. Boswell out deep on the left side. Boswell comes over to the right, throws it back to Akpara. Turns, throws it behind him to Ament. Moves inside the arc, 18-footer good, just as the shot clock buzzer goes off, but it was already out of his hand.
Well, that's why he's going to be a good pro. 6'11", makes those kind of shots.
9 for Ament. 55-48 Tennessee. Jasper Johnson on the point. Working around trying to get a shot. Now dumps it into Moreno. Moreno, couple of dribbles. Throws it out to Chandler. Straight away. 3 ball. Bounces in. Because he got hit by Ament. 3 threes today for Colin Chandler. 55-51. Tennessee's lead down to 4 with 11:38 to play. Gillespie dribbles over to the right. Bounce feed down low to Carey. Working against Dioubate, who holds his ground. Throws it back out to Boswell, deep on the right side. Boswell down the sideline. Knocked away by Dioubate and went off his foot and out of bounds.
Great job.
It'll be Tennessee's
playing
ball.
hard.
Yes, he is. Timeout on the floor. 11:26 to play. Tennessee had a 17-point lead late in the first half. It's down to 4. 55-51. The Vols lead Kentucky with 11:26 to play on the UK's. Tennessee 55, Kentucky 51. 11:26 to play. Vols are still making shots. They are 5 of 9 in this half, but they have committed 4 turnovers in the first 8.5 minutes of this second half. So Kentucky's defensive energy has been better. And the Wildcats in the second half are shooting the ball better. 7 of 14, 3 of 6 at the three-point line. They're 8 of 20 for the game now on threes. 1 more three-point basket than Tennessee has. And Kentucky with not the kind of lineup you'd expect to be making this cut into the lead, because Oweh is 0 for 5 and has 2 points on the day. Malachi Moreno hasn't scored. Cam Williams has 2 points, and yet Kentucky has battled back from 17 down to pull to within 4.
Tells you what you can do when you're really working that defensive end of the floor. I mean, the telltale sign there is the fact that Tennessee has only had, 9 shots in this half? Is that what it was?
Yes, to Kentucky's 14.
So they're 5 for 9. I mean, that right there tells you that Kentucky's defense is a lot better. And then the other thing is, Kentucky now is working that offensive glass. So they have 5 offensive rebounds in this half, 6 for the game. And they went a long time in that first half until the last couple of minutes with 0 offensive rebounds. So a lot of positives happening for the Cats right now.
Nobody has shot over 50% against Tennessee this season. Kentucky's at 47% for the day right now. Out of the timeout, same 5 on the floor. Aberdeen, Johnson, Chandler, Moreno, and Dioubate. Big points off the bench today from Chandler and Johnson. 21 between the 2 of them, plus 8 for Dioubate. So 3 reserves out there right now have accounted for 29 of the points for Kentucky. 55-51 Tennessee. They get it to Gillespie. Into the lane. His pass down low is deflected, but it still ends up to Akpara on the pick and roll, and a foul called on Kentucky. They ran the pick and roll out of the timeout, and they get a foul on Chandler of Kentucky.
I don't mind that foul either. That was a good foul. Moreno did a great job of being big and making that a tough pass.
14 fouls. They get it out front to Gillespie. Gillespie goes down the left side, kicks it to the corner. Ament steps into a 3 and buries it out of that left corner. Only 27% on the season at the three-point line, but he shot that one confidently. He's got 12 now. 58-51 Tennessee. Big shot. Here's Chandler, top of the circle. Feeds it back on the pick and roll to Dioubate. Quick pass to the corner to Johnson. Over to Aberdeen. Slides right. Shoots a three and hits it.
There's the pump fake I'm talking about, Tom. That defense has come running and they're up in the air. That pump fake was very well used that time.
3 threes in the half and 14 points for Denzel Aberdeen. 58-54 Tennessee. Gillespie gets into the lane. Shots blocked at the rim by Moreno. Rescued by Johnson. Johnson got away with a walk. Throws it ahead to Dioubate. He misses the shot down low at the other end. He got caught off balance and was looking for the foul call. Didn't get it. Ament coming the other way for Tennessee. Throws it ahead to Evans. Drives into the bucket. Puts it up and in. And he's fouled by Chandler.
Well, you would have thought Jasper Johnson that time was LeBron. Was LeBron, man. He took about 8 steps without putting the ball on the floor like LeBron does sometimes.
Yeah, but Kentucky didn't take advantage of that opportunity. It was a missed call that kept them with the possession. So Evans scores on the drive as Kentucky got a little spread out defensively, and Evans saw it and took the lane to the basket. Free throw's good to complete the three-point play and make it 61-54 Tennessee.
Need a basket.
Foul on Chandler was his second, team 5th.
Just need a basket.
Nearing the midway point of the second half, Johnson comes into front court. Takes it over to the right side, goes down the lane, all the way into the basket, drops it off to Moreno, goes up, shots blocked. He gets knocked down. The ball goes out of bounds in the corner off Tennessee.
Malachi was off balance. He's been off balance a couple of times in there. And I give Tennessee credit because that's the reason he's been off balance. They do a good job of using their body to hit him. And he's just got to plant both of those feet, accept the contact, and go up and dunk one.
Jasper Johnson in the right corner will play it in. Throws it out to Dioubate. Aberdeen comes to get it. Aberdeen's been red hot in the second half. He goes to work off the bounce. Kicks it to the corner. Chandler, open three, left side. Hit it!
There you go.
And we got a timeout taken by Kentucky. With 9:58 to play, 4 threes and 12 points today for Colin Chandler. And it's back to a 4-point game at 61-57. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. But heads-up play by Aberdeen, penetrated through the defense, but all along he'd already spotted Chandler over in the corner. As soon as the defense moved, he kicked it to the corner. Chandler drained it.
Boy, just a great job of drawing that defense to the paint. And that's a great example of what Mark Pope's offense is designed to do. Get to the paint, make sure your head's on a swivel, and then make sure you find that guy on the baseline. And I see Jay Lowe out there. Jay Lowe was one of the best at that, man. He would draw the offense, what little bit we saw of him, especially when he was really on top of his game and not injured. He got to bringing that ball into the paint and kicking it to the line for an open three.
Kentucky's averaged 45 points a game in the last 6 games against high majors in the second halves. And today they had 31 at halftime. They've scored 26 already in the first 10 minutes and 2 seconds of this second half. And Oweh has checked back in for Kentucky. Jasper Johnson is out. Really need to get Otega going.
Yes. It's on him right now because he's good enough to get himself going.
Kentucky picking up in backcourt. Tennessee gets through it. Shot clock's at 20 seconds as Boswell's got the ball out deep on the right side. Throws it left side to Evans. Down in the corner, Gillespie driving baseline. Drops it off to Ament and a foul on Kentucky. Gillespie and Ament working the 2-man game off the left baseline there. The foul's on Dioubate. It's his second. 6 now on Kentucky. So Tennessee will play it in on the left baseline, but the ball's in the bonus on the next Kentucky common foul. 9:40 to play in the half. 61-57. Tennessee with the lead in the ball.
How nice would a stop here be?
Comes into Ament, spins and fires it out to Gillespie. Chandler's guarding Gillespie. Tennessee's leading scorer of the day with 19 points. Goes the work down the lane. Left-hand leaner won't go, but a foul called against Kentucky. There'll be 2 shots coming for Gillespie, and that one's on Dioubate.
And I give Mo a lot of credit because he came up on that screen and roll attempt, and he was talking to Colin Chandler, and he said screen on the left. And then as soon as the screener heard that, he switched over to the other side of the floor. Colin jumped and opened up the lane, the pathway to the basket. So,
smart play.
Smart play by the offense.
Jacoby Gillespie with 19 points at the line for 2 shots. He's made 3 of 4, 87% shooter. It's good.
So he's really good.
His 8th 20-point game of the season, 22nd of his career.
Very different point guard than Todd Ziegler, who we have seen here for so long. Zig was a facilitator first.
Zakai Ziegler.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't think Todd played much point.
I'm going to give Todd my credit, a little credit there. But Zakai, yes.
Todd Ziegler, the former Wildcat.
Former Wildcat. He'll call me a little later and thank me for the mention.
Tennessee, Kentucky with the ball, and Aberdeen gets fouled out front as Akparas stuck out the knee trying to double team Aberdeen when the pass went back to him. Akparas picked up 3 now. That's 6 on the Vols. So Kentucky will be in the bonus on the next Tennessee foul.
But Ziegler was a facilitator. This guy's a score-first point guard. A little bit different than what we've seen here for the last 8 years. How long was it?
Yeah, it felt like it.
Sure seemed like it, didn't it?
Aberdeen's got it out deep on the right side. Waits for the trap to split, and now he goes to work off the bounce. Now here comes the trap again. Gets it to Oweh, dumps it into Moreno, right of the lane. Feeds it back to Oweh, or Aberdeen on the cut. No, it is Oweh. He comes up with the ball, but he missed the shot. Tap, no good. Moreno's got it. Moreno goes up, and he missed it, and it's tapped out of bounds and off Kentucky.
They're checking it real quick, Mark. I think it was correct myself.
Mark thought it was off Tennessee. He's looking to see if they need to challenge it. Yes, they're going to challenge it. Kentucky's guy on the video here on the near side is who Coach Pope was looking to. Do we need to challenge this?
I'm not 100% sure about that. I hope I'm wrong, but I thought Kentucky hit it.
A couple of close-in shots. Otega, maybe it's the physicality that's bothered him, although he certainly's got the body to handle that, but Tennessee's just bumping him around a lot. That's what they do.
That's what they do.
He short-armed that shot. It kind of almost looked like it went off the heel of his hand.
Yeah, I mean, that shot had no chance of going for Oweh. Now, he did a good job of staying active.
Yeah, he's fighting.
Sprung back up and got a hand on it to knock it to one of the Kentucky players for another opportunity, but I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen a look that tells me anything conclusively. I see 2 guys, one in white, one in blue, jumping for the ball, and they knock it out of bounds into the Kentucky bench, but I couldn't tell who actually hit it. I don't think anybody else touched it after that battle at the rim for the ball. So
no, I know Ament was in there, and Kentucky had a couple of guys. Moreno was there.
Blue ball, they're saying. Oh, all right.
Good call. I'm glad I was wrong. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks again.
The decision to challenge that pays dividends for Kentucky for the second time today. So a big opportunity here because it's 63-57 with 8:57 to play. Kentucky's come from 17 down to get it to 4 on multiple occasions. They can't quite get over that hump because Tennessee has made 5 of its last 7 shots. So credit the Vols with being able to answer on the offensive end. It's not been their strength on the offensive end. Their defense first, but they have come through today to shoot 49% from the field and only turn it over 9 times, below their recent average.
Yeah, very, very good effort here by Kentucky.
Chandler plays it into Aberdeen. Aberdeen holding the ball out at the midcourt line. Dribbles it into the middle of the floor. He's working against Ament now. Got a little advantage on him speed-wise. Moves over to the right side. Chased by Akpara. Drives down in deep. Flips up a shot that goes in off the right baseline.
How nice was that?
He knew he had an opportunity to use his speed to get past the big guys, and he finally found a path to do that. Get down to the baseline. And here's a foul at the other end by Dioubate. Throws a hip into Boswell as he tried to drive by him, and that's 4 on Dioubate, who's picked up 3 of the 4 here in this second half. 63-59 Tennessee with 8:34 to play. 1-1 at the line for Boswell.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Guard legally, man. You played so well, and defensively you've been really, really good.
They're going to bring in Jasper Johnson. Go for a little more offense here. So you got Aberdeen, Chandler, Johnson, and Oweh, a really small group out there with Moreno, 4 guards and the 7-footer. Boswell, 67% shooter, 1 in a bonus here. First shot is up, and he missed it. Rebounded by Moreno for Kentucky. Empty trip for the Vols. Big opportunity for the Cats. Aberdeen comes into front court. Brings it to the middle of the floor. Gets into the paint. Floats up a shot. Rolls off. No good. Battle for the rebound. Lost out of bounds off Moreno. Could only get one hand on it.
Boy, I'm telling you, Moreno is getting another lesson today about how physical he needs to be every time out. He's done a lot of wonderful things, so please don't hear that. But this has been a very physical game in the paint.
Gillespie working against Chandler. Spins his way down the lane, but he can't shake Chandler. Throws it out to Evans. He comes into the paint, jump stop, goes up, leans in, and floats the shot up, and it finds its way into the bucket. Soft touch, 7 for Evans. 65-59 Tennessee. Moreno has it out front. Couple of dribbles, hands it to Oweh, but he can't turn the corner. Over to Johnson. Fakes the three, back to Oweh. Steps into an open three. Hit it.
Now that's a good shot. That is the shot Oweh needs. I could see that one going before he even let it go.
And it's down to 3. 65-62 Tennessee with 7:40 to play. First basket of the day for Oweh. Gillespie down the lane. Misses a runner, but jammed in by Okpara. Moreno had to leave Okpara to go challenge the shot. Offensive rebound bucket for Tennessee was huge, 67-62. Johnson throws it down low to Moreno, who scores and gets fouled by Ament. Nice look from the freshman, Jasper Johnson.
And that's the way to come back for Moreno. He had to go help, so he gave up a trip to the basket for Akpara, and then came back now, and he makes them pay.
So the foul is on Tennessee. It is 7 on the Vols. Moreno will go to the line to try to complete a three-point play when we come back. There's a timeout on the floor. It's 7:23 to play in Knoxville. Tennessee 67. Kentucky 64. Moreno at the line when we return on the UK Sports Network. To play, it's Tennessee 67, Kentucky 64. Both teams are in the bonus. 3 timeouts left for the Vols, 2 for Kentucky. And we are behind the scores table, so I can't see the arrow right now. We'll get that here in a second to tell you who's got the possession arrow. In the meantime, 10-second break for station identification on the UK Sports Network.
Officer Don and Deanne Mornings. WBUL-FM, Lexington.
Better Country, 98.1 The Bull.
Your home for Kentucky Wildcat basketball.
Hey, Cat fans, you can help Markey Cancer Center in its fight against cancer at the next home game. Just grab a souvenir cup for a chance to win great prizes like a VIP trip to a Cats away game, a Visit Myrtle Beach vacation, or UK merchandise. 67-64, Tennessee leads. Ball shooting 50% on the day. Kentucky 46%, but the Wildcats have made 11 of 22 threes. So the 10 threes that they made on Wednesday night at LSU were the most against a high major opponent since the Louisville game on November the 11th. They've gone one better with 11 threes in this half. And this team is certainly starting to find its groove with its outside shot, which is a huge help. And they've got it from multiple people today. Aberdeen's made 3. Chandler's made 4. Johnson 1. Jelavic 1. Oweh 1. And they have rallied from 17 down to get to within 3. And Moreno's at the line to try to complete a 3-point play. And the arrow's pointing Tennessee's way if there should be a held ball.
Yeah, Kentucky got it to start the half, and I don't think there's been another jump ball since then.
One shot for Malachi Moreno. 0 for 2 in the first half, 68% on the season. Need this one, big man. Got it.
Yes. I think Malachi is a bunch better at the free throw line after a little bit of a break like he just had. I remember late in the game.
He's also really good if you throw it from the other end of the court.
And the floor. He has plenty and doesn't have time to think about it, which is great.
Ament at the other end drives and scores for Tennessee. And a foul on Kentucky. They threw it over the press. And they get the bucket on the back end, and Garrison commits the foul.
A very unnecessary foul by Brandon Garrison. I mean, just to let him score 2 in that situation.
Or make sure he doesn't get 2. If you're gonna...
But Garrison was screened out. So he couldn't work to get around baseline side.
So, yeah, let him, don't reach.
So you, if you can get there, yes, but he couldn't that time. But don't give him a gift.
So Ament for a 3-point play. His free throw is good. He's got 15 points, 12 in this second half. He's been huge as Kentucky has made this rally. So the lead's back to 5. It's 70-65. Aberdeen on the point. They try to trap him, but he gets out of it. Goes right, comes back to the left elbow, keeps his dribble, works his way down the lane, gets it to Oweh. He comes into the paint, goes for the bucket, flips up a shot that won't go, but he got fouled. A little off balance, but the foul on Okpara is his fourth, and that's going to put Oweh at the line for 2 shots. When he turns that corner and gets downhill, he's usually going to get that call.
Yeah, well, when he
gets the advantage.
Gets that little half-step advantage. He does get the whistle, and he's strong enough to draw some contact and still get the shot off.
Got to make the free throws. Cats are 10 of 16 on the day at the line. Oweh puts it in.
By the way, if you're wondering who the guy on the laptop that tells Mark when yes, challenge him, when not, Max Santoro is the guy who has that responsibility, and he's
2 for 2 today.
2 for 2 today.
Ortega is 3 for 5 at the line. 4 for 6 as he hits them both. 7 points for him. Back down to a 3-point game, 70-67 as we hit the 7-minute mark here in Knoxville.
Look for them to go exclusive screen and rolls here, okay?
Gillespie gives it to Boswell in the middle of the floor. Ament comes out to get it. Chandler's guarding him. Ament goes to work down that left sideline. Now changes direction, spins back into the middle of the floor. Goes down the lane, flips up a shot that Dioubate blocks, but a foul down low on Chandler. Tough matchup for Colin against the 6'10 Ament.
At 6'5", Colin Chandler, he's outsized in that situation. You leave him on the floor because of what he brings offensively, the threat of making a three. Now,
Ament at the line, 3 for 3 today, 75%, hits it.
Well, I really like this young man's game.
71-67 Vols. Kentucky's been much better. It's good. Ament hits 2. He's got 17 points now. Much better offensively in this second half. Started the second half much better defensively, but now Tennessee's gotten very efficient these last 6-7 minutes. They're up 72-67, but the Cats had the ball down 5. Aberdeen comes left side now, dribbles back into the middle, bounces it to Dioubate. He dribbles right, hands it to Oweh. Oweh cross-court pass to Garrison, whips it down in the corner to Chandler. Out to Aberdeen, fakes, slides right, 3 ball, no good. Rebound Oweh in the paint, out to Chandler, over to Aberdeen on the left side, drives into the lane, flips it over the corner. Oweh lost the ball out of bounds, but then it goes off Boswell's hand, and it's Kentucky's ball. 6:12 to play in the game. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to put the shot clock back to, I think, 14 seconds, I heard the officials say. Yeah. Or maybe, no, the game clock back to 6:14. That's what it is.
6:14.
So they add 2 seconds. And they're going to add 2 seconds to the shot clock. Mark Fox up to catch that.
Well, I was going to say how you add it to the clock and not to the shot clock.
Chandler floats the pass in to Dioubate, leaps and makes the catch, puts it in the hands of Aberdeen. 8 to shoot. Aberdeen out deep on the right side. Aberdeen comes into the middle of the floor, keeps his dribble at the top of the key, goes back to his right, down the lane, gets to the rim and banks it in.
Boy, he has been so good in the second half, the last couple of games.
Just snaking his way through the defense. 72-69 Tennessee.
High screen and roll. It's coming. It's coming.
Gillespie attacks off the left side, comes into the lane, jump stop, throws it out to Boswell, comes right side to Gillespie. Gillespie looking to feed Carey. He's posting against Garrison. Now Gillespie goes to work off the bounce, hooks it to Carey. Carey left hand leaner good.
Yeah, they're going to stay with that. They're going to stay with the screen and roll until Kentucky forces a miss.
74-69 Tennessee. 5.5 minutes to play. Vol fans come to their feet. Aberdeen walks it across the line for Kentucky. Chandler comes up to take the pass on the left wing. Moves it quickly back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen goes right, backs out of the double team. Cross-court pass to Chandler off the left wing. Hooks the pass down the baseline to Dioubate. Goes up, gets fouled. No call. Tennessee comes out with the ball. Ament's got it.
Good no call there. Good no call.
Dioubate went up for the shot. Tennessee defends it. And the Vols have the ball. They get it to Brown off the pick and roll. Throws a pass to the right corner to Boswell. And a reach-in foul on Chandler. Boswell was in a little trouble down on the right baseline, but Chandler bailed him out with a foul.
Boy, it's really, really difficult to reach from behind to knock the ball away. Maybe a good time for Jasper, although we'll see what happens here.
Chandler's foul is his 4th. It'll put Boswell back at the line. Missed the front end of a 1-and-1 moments ago. 4:54 still to play. It's 74-69.
No move. Well, now Jasper jumps up off the bench. Yeah.
Boswell's shot rolls off. No good. It's 2 shots. So he's 0 for 2. One more shot coming. Just a 67% shooter. Chandler comes out.
Well, but it's never good to try to reach from behind and knock the ball away because you get called for a foul most every time.
Kentucky got it to 4 with 11.5 to play, and they've not been able to push on through. They did get down to within 2 on the Moreno three-point play. It's in and out and back in for Boswell.
Well, I thought that one was going to bounce out of there.
4 points for Boswell. 6-point lead for Tennessee, 75-69.
Just need a basket. Take this crowd back out of the game.
Johnson gives it to Garrison at the top of the key. Feeds it to Johnson down the lane. He makes the catch and in traffic has to dribble it out to the corner. He's double teamed, but he wrestles the ball away. Floats the pass out to Garrison. 10 to shoot. Comes left side to Oweh. Oweh double teamed. Hooks it back to Garrison on the pick and roll. He goes up, missed it, tapped up. Dioubate no good. And rebound Tennessee. Boswell clears it for the Vols.
Missed opportunities there.
Gillespie up the right side. Drives around Oweh down to the baseline. Oweh recovers, forces him to come back out front. Oweh knocks it away and steals it. He chases it down. Browning to the other end to dunk it in.
That's what I'm talking about. Create your own offense, Ortega.
75-71 Tennessee.
Create your own offense.
4 minutes to play. Huge possession there as Tennessee will take a timeout. The Vols had a chance with a 6-point lead to really deliver a knockdown blow to the Cats, but Oweh steals the ball, drives and dunks it, and now the Vols take a timeout with 3:58 left to play in the game. It's Tennessee 75, Kentucky 71. We'll be right back on the UK Sports Network.
Enjoy more.
8 left to play here in Knoxville. Tennessee 75, Kentucky 71. The Vols' 2 NBA draft prospects, freshman Nate Ament and senior Jacoby Gillespie, have 17 and 21 respectively on the day, and they've done most of the damage here in this second half. They have 21 of the 33 second half points between them for Tennessee, and that's what has held Kentucky's rally at bay, Goose.
Yeah, those two guys, I mean, I love both of their games, and it has been on display big time in the second half. Tom, a couple of areas that deserve mention right here. I'm looking at the rebound total. Okay, so go back to halftime. Kentucky had 12 total rebounds, only one of those on the offensive end, which was a gift because Kentucky played great defense and the ball went out of bounds, so they got a team rebound. Kentucky now with 10 offensive rebounds, which you look down at the points off of those, Kentucky's up 11-6 now in that category. And then we look at the turnovers, and you mentioned, Tom, Tennessee had been struggling with turnovers. At halftime, Tennessee had just 5, and now they have gone tied with Kentucky now, both teams with 9 turnovers. So Kentucky's protected it, and they forced some turnovers.
Tennessee has the arrow on a held ball. 3:58 left to play. 2 timeouts available for each team now. And Tennessee shooting 2 shots on a Kentucky foul. The Cats are in 1-1 on a Tennessee foul. Tennessee will inbound the ball on the right side. Boswell plays it down in the corner to Brown. Brown dribbles out front, gets it to Gillespie. 15 on the shot clock. Gillespie tracked by Oweh as he dribbles over to the right side. Jump pass down low. Brown makes the catch under the basket, but they force him to throw it out of there to Boswell in the corner. Fires it out front to Gillespie. 5 to shoot. Gillespie.
No foul. No foul.
Oh, Moreno reaches and fouls. They had Tennessee inside the final 5 seconds of the shot clock. Moreno trying to close down the trap, and he didn't, and he reached.
You know, every time you try to take the shortcut, it's not good. Moreno is excellent at stepping up and jamming that guy coming over the screen to force him to go the other direction.
Free throw, no good.
He's excellent at that. That time he stayed back and just tried to reach in, and you get called for the foul.
Maybe a little tired banging those body against those big Tennessee bodies.
Sure, I understand.
Gillespie back at the line. He's made 5 out of 7. 87% shooter. Hits the second one. His 22nd point. So it's a 5-point Tennessee lead again. 76-71. 3:38 to play as Aberdeen comes into front court. Aberdeen, middle of the floor. Two-hand pass left side to Chandler. Back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen fakes right, goes left, gets into the paint, floats it up. Dioubate makes the catch under the basket, out to Oweh in the corner. Oweh comes into the paint, spins, shoots a 10-footer. No good. Dioubate chases it down. Dioubate throws it out to the corner to Aberdeen. Aberdeen off the drive. Jumper,
Yes,
good.
sir. Yes, sir.
10-footer left of the lane. 20 for Aberdeen.
Great job, Mo. Great job, Mo. Just chasing down second opportunities.
One possession game, 76-73 Tennessee. Gillespie dribbles to his right, hooks it back over his left shoulder to Brown. Gives it back to Boswell, under 3 minutes to play. Boswell dribbles to the left elbow, feeds it down low. Shots put up, no good. Tapped up, no good. Batted around, knocked out of bounds, and that's the signal.
Mo saved another basket by knocking that one out of bounds.
Dioubate knocked it out of bounds.
He couldn't get it. He couldn't get it.
Akpara in, Brown out. Kentucky needs a stop. 2:50 to play. They're down 3 points. Left baseline's where Tennessee will play it in. Quickly comes into Carey. He hands it back to Gillespie. A quick three. No good. Amen up to claim the rebound.
Oh, man.
6'10". He just soared above Dioubate to grab that one.
Yeah.
Amen. Going to work against Dioubate. Comes into the lane. Cut off. Pivots. Pivots again. Jumper. Bounces off. No good. Rebound. Lost. Saved in by Boswell, but he saves it right to Aberdeen. Boswell came up with the ball, but he was falling out of bounds and saved it to Aberdeen. Kentucky's got it down 3. Great defense by Dioubate to force a fall-away shot by Amen. Not what he wanted to take. 2:15 to play. 14 to shoot. Aberdeen, middle of the floor. Over to Oweh on the right side. Quickly back to Aberdeen at 10 seconds. Deep 3. No good. Rebound. Tapped around. Dioubate taps it out. And it's out of bounds off Tennessee. Diving for the ball over the far sideline was Boswell, but he couldn't come up with it.
Great job, Mo. I mean, I got to sing his praises.
He is paddled.
And it's no secret he has not been the happy camper that he normally is, losing that starting spot. But, man, it's all about playing basketball, and he is a great example of that today.
2 minutes to play. Cats with the ball. Down 3. 76-73. Aberdeen, right sideline. Chandler comes off a screen. Couldn't get a look at 3. Slides right. Gives it to Dioubate. Back to Chandler. Chandler driving left of the lane. Cut off. Double team. Gives it to Dioubate. Leans in. Scores. 10 for Dioubate. 76-75. Tennessee's lead cut to 1. Good look from Chandler. Minute 38 to play. Gillespie, middle of the floor. Walking it slowly to his left. Shot clock at 15 seconds. Gillespie walks back to the middle. 2 screens, one each way. He goes right. Double team. Throws it over to Akpara. Hands it back to Gillespie. Gillespie, left to the circle. Changes direction. Comes back to his right hand. Works his way down the lane. And he gets the foul on Oweh, who bit on the fake and fell into Gillespie. With 1:17 to play.
Stayed down.
They had him in a tough spot, and they bail him out with a foul. Oweh's third. 2 shots coming for Gillespie, who hit 1 out of 2 a moment ago. He's made 7 out of 9 at the line tonight.
Tom, we all want to be shot blockers, man. Every player. Everybody's played the game. We want to be shot blockers so badly, but sometimes that's not you.
Gillespie shot, no good. Maybe he's tired.
I tell you, he's had to play against big guys the whole game, so he could be.
76-75 it remains. 1:17 to play. Evans is getting ready to come in for Tennessee.
Screen out
Balls
first.
have the arrow if there's a held ball. 2 timeouts for each team. Gillespie's second shot is good. And he will get a breather as Evans comes in. Maybe Rick Barnes sees that his star point guard is tired.
He looks tired, doesn't he?
77-75. Yes, he does. Tennessee by 2 with 1:17 to play. Kentucky's never led in the game. A 3 would put them in front. Comes into Aberdeen. Hurries up into front court, and Mark Pope will take a timeout. Kentucky has 1 left now. 1:13 to play in the game. Tennessee 77, Kentucky 75. 1 timeout left for the Cats, 2 for the Vols. Kentucky shooting 1-1 on a Tennessee foul. And looks like they're going to take the full timeout. So we will too. We'll be right back on the UK Sports Network.
With the
We're back in Knoxville. 1:13 to play. Tennessee 77. Kentucky 75. The Cats have the ball. 26 seconds on the shot clock. They have never led in the game. It's never been tied since it was 0-0. Tennessee had a 17-point lead late in the first half, up 11 at the break. Kentucky cut it to 4 by halfway through the second half, but they've been slowly trying to chip away
98 on the Bull. Your home for Kentucky Wildcat basketball.
The near side.
No turnovers.
Dioubate, Chandler, Moreno, and Aberdeen out there with it.
No turnover. Just got to get a shot.
Oweh bounces it into Moreno, about 18 feet out from the basket on the left side. Hands it back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen will dribble out front. See what Kentucky's drawn up. They get it to Chandler. Dioubate hands it right back to Chandler. 15 to shoot. Comes left side to Aberdeen. Aberdeen goes right off a Moreno pick, but he can't turn the corner. 10 seconds to shoot it. Calls for Oweh to come out. Oweh at 7 seconds. Drives it left baseline. Pull up 15-footer. No good. Knocked out of bounds. They call a foul on Tennessee.
Got him on the arm. He's aggressive. He's making aggressive moves. Maybe the most aggressive the entire game has come in the last 5 minutes.
So Oweh will step to the free throw line with a chance to tie the score. The foul was on Ament, his 4th. Tennessee fans reacting to the replay. There wasn't much contact, but if you touch the arm of a shooter,
you got to call that, Tom. Just a little arm where you can't get that follow through.
Oweh has a streak of 20 consecutive double-figure games. He's got 2 shots. He's got 9 points. Missed it off the back of the iron.
He's
All
just
right,
not
one more shot.
had the touch.
Oweh with one more shot to cut it to 1 with 50 seconds to play. Fans trying to get in his head. Waving hands behind the backboard, and it goes in. It danced around and finally dropped. So it's a 1-point Tennessee lead, 77-76.
All he needs is stop.
49 seconds to play.
And you got to defend this high screen and roll because that's where you're going.
Gillespie walks it to the right. Now dribbles back over to the left. Stolen by Chandler. 2-on-1. Pass ahead to Oweh. Lays it up and in.
And one.
And a foul on Tennessee. Chandler with the steal. Oweh with the run-out bucket. Gillespie on the foul.
And one.
Kentucky with its first lead of the day with 34 seconds to play. You can hear the Kentucky fans who are behind us. 78-77 Kentucky. No good. Diabate's got the rebound. Throws it out front to Chandler. 30 seconds to play. 15 on the shot clock. Kentucky has a timeout if it needs it. Aberdeen holding the ball out near the timeline, deep on the left side. Walks it to the middle of the floor. 7 to shoot. Aberdeen gets by his man. Down the lane. Gets bumped. Flips it up and in.
Yes.
3-point lead. 15 seconds to play. And timeout Tennessee with 13.1 on the clock. Wow. Denzel Aberdeen, Mr. Second Half. 22 points, 18 since the break, and he just shot Kentucky into an 80-77 lead with 13.1 to play.
Boy, this team has all of them been second half. I mean, we got to find a second half nickname for this team. Boy, oh boy.
Well, comeback Cats has been taken.
Yes, but I'm sure we'll
come up with something.
Creative fans will come up with something that works.
And you know what they are right now? They're right on their second half average that I mentioned earlier, 49 points in the second half.
Yes, I mean, that has been awesome to see them. I mean, well, I just love the comeback in these guys.
And this is against a team that is 11th in the nation in defensive efficiency, and Kentucky has come out and shot 47% for the day against the Volunteers. Huge second half for Kentucky.
The game clock has been adjusted to 13.8.
They're going to reset the game clock to 13.8 seconds.
And listen, I got to give a bunch. I know this is not over, so I probably shouldn't be handing out kudos, but I have to Mo Dioubate.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, I just have to mention him and the difference he's made in this game. in the second half, especially on that defensive end of the floor.
Kentucky has shot 50% in this half. They've captured 12 of their 13 offensive rebounds in this half, and your man, Mr. Moe, has 4 of those.
Yes, I mean, well, but he's done so much more than that.
Well, he defended Ament so well on
exactly.
that missed shot that he forced earlier in the lane because he just used what they call the championship chest. He didn't reach. He just put his chest on him and made it tough on him, and Ament missed the shot because he had to fall away.
Exactly.
Ament will play it in on the right side. Gillespie falls down in the right corner. They wanted to get it to him. They get it to Boswell. Boswell pushes off and then can't do anything with the space. Throws it left side to Henderson. 7 seconds. Henderson slides left. A prayer of a 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Gillespie in the right corner, and they call a foul on Dioubate with 2.6.
That might be the play of the game right there. That might be the play of the game because they wanted to go back to the three-point line and they're not able to do it.
So Gillespie's going to go to the line for 2, but only 2.6 seconds remain. And Dioubate has fouled out of the game. So they're going to get Moreno back in. Garrison had checked in. So they're going to have 2 bigs, Moreno and Garrison, out there to occupy the inside positions on the free throw lane. Dioubate fouls out, but he gets a high five from Coach Mark Pope as he comes to the bench. He has been a warrior today. He is out of gas as he heads to the bench.
Yeah, but he's not going to let anybody know he was out of gas, believe me.
No. 2 shots for Gillespie, who's missed 2 of his last 4. For the day, he's 7 out of 10. Hits this one.
Now, do you miss this on purpose? And that's what they're going to talk about. Do you miss this one on purpose? Or do you make it and then commit a foul, see if Kentucky can make 2 free throws?
So that's 24 for Gillespie. He's got 1 more shot and 2.6 seconds. And Tennessee is now out of timeouts. You would think, I would think you would miss this one intentionally.
Oh, I do too. I don't think there's any question about it. Now, that's hard to do. That's one of the hardest plays in basketball to make. And a lot of times what happens, guys will throw it hard against the backboard, it'll reflect and won't even touch the rim.
If it comes off close enough to the rim that one of the bigs could get a shot at it, could you basically volleyball kill it into backcourt?
You could absolutely do that. You get it and just throw it the other way. Not hard. Not a bullet, rocket pass, but sure.
2.6 on the clock. 2-point Kentucky lead, 80-78. Oweh off the Chandler steal got a bucket.
Now, Cam Williams has checked in for Aberdeen just to give a little bit more size if there is a long rebound here.
So 1 shot for Gillespie. And he intentionally misses it. It's tapped around. Loose ball picked up by Carey. Blocked by Moreno. Kentucky wins.
Ball game, baby. Ball game. Ball game.
And now we've got Garrison and one of the Tennessee players going at it. And Coach Mark Pope moves in and pulls Garrison away. And now both benches have emptied. They're just trying to cool everybody off and get them to the locker room because Kentucky has pulled off its second miracle in a week. Down 17 near the end of the first half.
Well, Brandon Garrison, please go to the locker room.
They take their first lead of the game and inside the final minute at 78-77.
They're not going to shake hands. Just go to the locker room, Brandon. I mean, you got to win. Let's go home.
What a comeback. And now they just need to get everybody off the floor. Make sure, I think the game is over, right?
Yes, it's
nothing
over.
left to do. So now Rick Barnes and Mark Pope come together and they shake hands. And
the shot clock expired before Opara, whoever got that rebound, was even going back up. It expired, so it was over.
So the game clock had run out of time before he even had a chance to think about a shot. What a day here in Knoxville to get the 4th consecutive win on Tennessee's home court. 80-78. The Cats pulling out of the fire and get the win in Knoxville thanks to the second half heroics of 2 young men who have fought a lot of battles in this league, Denzel Aberdeen and Mo Dioubate.
Yeah, and that veteran experience, we haven't seen it all the time, but you certainly saw it here. They played under this kind of pressure many times, and it really came through.
The Never Say Die Cats
That
have
might
won
be.
it in Tennessee.